that nonsense shall begin.
I can do it. Here's the deal.
I gave up Christ for the midwife fucking. No, okay, no, let's not. Alright, let's calm down.
Not ponytails or cottontails, yeah, ducktails. Woo!
We're leaving the area.
If I leave the chest with you and then I make it and then you don't, then what fool are we?
Well, but then the chest will be right there, and you will have lost nothing.
But you'll be dead. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Just a quick little run through the door and nothing more. Everything's fine, I am fine, and you are fine.
These poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron crying, spells, earth the please, and I help them. Yes, I do.
Are you with me, mateys?
Arr.
Arr. All right, once more with feeling.
Once more with feeling.
I'm just gonna run up the stairs and have some fun, and then you'll be on the run behind me, and it will be fine.
Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. Oh, but then, as my life has been altered once, it can change again.
Restore power. Ah! Fuck me, Jesus Christ! Alright.
That's 33 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, put your little mouth away. Put your little mouth away!
That sounds like a meg.
So we have a Kraken.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Moose! Moose! You're so cute!
Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything is fine, and ultimately the end of this game will be mine.
Alright, let's do it.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this! Oh my god, I hate this! I've never seen this before and I hate it! Ah! That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No, no. Ah! Ah! Jesus fucking Christ! Failing stuff and everything is good, cause I act real tough. Everything will be fine at
I just want you to know that I love that.
Friends. Yeah? Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything's fucking fine, cause this is gonna be the last time we're gonna do it this time. Yeah, fine, everything's fine.
Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me who loves to go into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown.
Alright, here we go.
I'm gonna watch you.
I did it. Oh, no. You know?
Everything is fine, we're just gonna do our time in this prison of the mind. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything is fine, and it's gonna be alright.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hearthsinger Games! We are just as surprised as anybody to be here tonight. Well, we were technically.
I'm excited.
It's fine. Hearthsinger Games, where everything is fine. If you didn't learn that from the intro video, I don't know what you learned. But yes, I am Anne Richmond, aka Heartsinger, the head bard in charge around these parts, and I am joined by my stalwart crew from the Starfound podcast for the return of the Tom in Yellow. Technically, this is the return of the return of the Tom in Yellow, because we started this as a one-shot and then we just fucking loved it, and so we had a need, because we are down one fabulous and unfortunately not feeling so well GM from our Starfound show, Miles. We wish him all the best. We hope he is feeling a little bit better. He's okay. He doesn't have the Rona. He's really fine. He just like pulled some muscles and has a headache and like is not having a good day. So wish him all the good thoughts while we live in abject terror. On this channel, again, typically at this time of night, every Thursday, we have a Starfinder adventure. You can find that on Patreon at patreon.com/ that's not how you spell star. Starfound Pod. Every piece of the content is free, and we are launching a brand new system. In fact, it was his last thing he managed to do before the universe got him. Much like Cthulhu mythos, Miles' last glimpse into the truth of the universe was to launch a brand new interaction system for people on our Patreon to actually have an effect on our story. So now is a great time to hang with us tonight, take a deeper look at that, and decide if it is something you want to be a part of. I am the host of this channel normally, but I get to be joined by these people. So let's hear some introductions from them, starting with our cat herder, Helena Anderson.
What is up, friends? I am Helena Anderson, also known as Llama, also known as the Magic Llama Mood, also known as the Magic Llama. I have too many names. However, I'm very happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here, honestly. Like, this is great. We love a moment of, well, yeah, no, I think we can continue this. Yeah, I can make up a story real quick. That's fine. So we'll see how that goes. I have a YouTube channel if you guys want to go and follow me over there. And I'll put the link in the chat. My brain is moving at like half speed.
You're fine, dude. We're all fine here.
But yeah, I'm excited to play this again, and
Hell yeah.
I hope I remember how to play it.
I think you will. I think Helena, the great thing about our last adventure with this game is that Helena made us all a cheat sheet, which we all have now been referencing for frantically for the last 20 minutes. But we're very, very excited to dive back into it, because I think the one thing we can all agree on is after we finished the game that night that we were like, when again can we two be cats be, please?
Yes. It's true.
Speaking of truth and truth-telling, player of Thimblepaw Tiger Dreamer, Afro Sundere, a.k.a. Dexter Warren!
Hello, internet darlings. You must have missed me. I'm back.
I'm back. It's
don't
your
know
girl.
Where that came from, but here we are in the future. My name is Dexter Warren. I play Jabberwocky, Skittermandy, Technomancer normally, but tonight I am the Tiger Dreamer, Thimblepaw. Let's take a nap.
Oh boy, goodbye. We could all use one of those. Am I right? Oh god. I'm just trying to be. I'm just trying to get witchy. I'm sorry I missed it 7 minutes ago, Chiron. Thank you for the raid. Moving along to the next stalwart adventure in tonight's Tower of Terror. It's Parker Wallace, aka Cottonball, the Pussyfoot.
That's me. I'm Parker Wallace. I have a YouTube channel and stuff like that. I'll link that right here.
I'm Parker. I'm on YouTube. I don't know.
I'm on YouTube. That's my defining characteristic right now. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I just released a reaction video for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I'm working on a second video based on anime. So it's going to be a really cool video about that. I'm going to be watching first episodes of that. But anyway. On today's stream, I'm going to be playing Cotton Ball, and he is a feral purebred pussyfoot who knows how to get the cuddles that he so desperately deserves.
It's true. It's true.
Ooh.
I guess I should tell you
Real.
about my cat, which I didn't do. I was too busy talking about me.
Yes, introduce your cat.
Yes,
friend.
my cat's name is Cat. It's the only thing she has ever actually been called, despite actually having a given name. But it's the only name she's ever heard. So she is named Cat. She is a Tuxedo Cat. You can see her there on the lower left-hand corner. I am so perfect. No one can challenge me in the ultimate tuxedo perfection that I am. And I am kind of a bitch, but I'm a cat acrobat who gets the job done, and that is what matters most in the world. Wow.
We love it.
That's where I am right now. That's what
love
I
it.
got.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, my owner is just like, man, is she single? Oh,
boy.
it is a time. Life for her is, sleeping on the couch for a change of scenery. It's not great.
Listen,
But-
it'd be like that sometimes.
Sometimes you just need
We
someone
stand.
who will let you rule them, how it is.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh, woo. Okay.
Ooh. Yes, I am queen of the right, I'm queen. I am queen yet again.
You
Yes,
are
I am queen of the kingdom of Beach, because that
It's
is
true.
her name. Her name is Beach.
Recently recognized by the council.
It's recently recognized. Yes, very much so.
Brilliant. So should we do a quick recap of what happened last
I think
time?
so,
Or should
yeah.
I say
Yeah.
recat?
Yes,
Ooh,
recat.
cat.
Yes, I demand
There
a
it is.
recat.
That's the first one.
Oh no.
So we started off with you all basically meeting up together, learning from Maxine, a beautiful black Persian cat that you had been called in front of the council, to which Thimblepaw belongs. And you learned some things. Do you remember?
Let's see. We learned that there was that whole dog parade going on. The Tom and Yellow has returned. I believe we learned by the end, where he's like
Not what
possessing
you want.
people. Not what you want, truly. He was like possessing dogs as well, doing some strange things. It's hard to say. But we learned that there was a traitor.
Yeah. So you went and learned of these dogs that had basically fled, stood up and walked out of their homes in Brooklyn in the Prospect Park West area. And they all traipsed somewhere, some strange place. You ended up coming across a cat named George, Tuxedo Cat, who had his tuxedo kind of shaved. Or I guess the shirt that you wear, a tux shirt. Is there a blouse?
Tuck shirt, yeah. Blouse.
But he had a tattooed map glyph thing tattooed onto him, except it wasn't tattoo. It was probably a Sharpie, but you don't know that because you're cats.
That's true.
And you kind of followed his belly into the bowels of Prospect Park West. You found a large structure that had a underground wine cellar. You, of course, ventured down into the wine cellar to be met by two of the cats that you had met earlier that day, at least for Cat and for Cotton Ball. Thimblepaw, you know them as council members. You met with Starling and what was the guy's name? Snugglebutt?
Snagglebutt.
Snagglebutt.
Yeah. Snagglebutt.
What's my NPC's name? Snagglebutt?
Snagglebutt.
Yeah, that's
Listen.
the one.
Snugglebutt. I am the Snugglebutt. He is the Snagglebutt.
It's true.
And you met these two down there. Thimblepaw, you were kind of possessed with all of these premonitions of things that were to come. You saw images that alluded to a second staircase of yellow, a sickly kind of, a sickly yellow. Yeah. And just a foreboding of what's to come, including a dog with the yellow wrapped around its neck. You murdered these cats in the wine cellar that
Well, when
had attacked you.
It was
Thank you.
self-defense,
Thank you.
woman.
Okay.
So
Murder's
they
just
had
so
attacked
harsh.
you. And you left their bodies there, and you ascended up the wine cellar steps after noticing that a body that had been kind of nailed or pinned to the ceiling somehow, this
Right.
beagle's body, was no longer there.
Right.
And you were
I
heading up
remember
the
that.
stairs, and that's where we left you.
And I had been very injured during this.
Yes,
Yeah.
you sustained one
exchange.
injury. Yes,
I did, yes, because I am very tough, but not that tough.
You are very tough. All right. Questions about last
All
time
right.
before we?
I think
trudge
that's
ahead?
I think that's it. I'm trying to find my character sheet. Yes, there it is. Okay, here we go.
Good. All right. So you emerge out from the underground, essentially, out from this wine cellar, having noticed that the dog that had been so brutally pinned to the ceiling was no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
Any actions regarding that before we move on?
She's just kind of going to limp up the stairs, kind of favoring one side a bit, and sit there looking up. When she looks down, is there still blood on the ground there?
Yes, there is still blood on the ground from earlier.
She says she says to the others, where do you think it went?
The
No,
blood
we
is
don't.
heading further into the cellar where we were,
The
or
blood
it's going
had been dripping
I see.
from onto the stairs when we first entered through that doorway into the kind of crypt area.
Okay.
And the blood is still there, but the beagle is missing.
The beagle is gone. The blood is still there. Oh, Cotton Ball, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I don't really know where it went, and I'm not really too keen on finding out. So let's just go and report back to the
right.
council. We've done our job.
I just
Great.
have
Yeah.
so many questions. And then she keeps pawing her way out.
So you tread along the path that you had used earlier. It's midday. Cats don't tell time. They wouldn't be able to keep watches on their little wrists.
It's true.
But it's about midday as you're walking back through the park. There aren't a lot of people out. It's probably a weekday when the humans are gone. You know this. Todd, your Thimblepaw's owner or person, will not be there on the weekend, but will be there on the weekdays. So you are aware of this human habit. So you tread through the park. You still have this sickly feeling about the path heading back into town. And you make it.
And
Go
we did
and
it!
get-
The end of the
and you
story.
did it.
Thanks for coming,
Excellent.
everybody.
And- yeah,
That's it.
thanks so much. And you make it out of, I guess, the woods, the wooded area, into the kind of traffic circle that is on the edge of the park. Where would you like to go?
Well, I need pets, as much as I hate to say it, but I need them.
Well,
Where can you get pets?
I have to go home to that beach.
Cotton Ball?
Well, I mean, you maybe don't have to. I mean, I could probably flag someone down and get you a few scratches behind the ears.
Relying on another cat for treats. It is the height of insult, and she takes her paw and just covers her eyes a little bit.
Oh,
Embarrassed.
Cotton Ball, would you like to call upon a human, a pedestrian?
Yes, I would.
All right, because I said it is so sparsely populated near this park, that's going to be a hard challenge.
Oof.
You got it.
So
Two
two
dice.
successes are required.
Time to
And
cater.
I get one success because I'm the right cat for the job. Yeah.
It's true.
This is true.
Great. Huh. Those are 2 successes, so 3 successes total.
Ooh.
Wow. Wait, 3? No, you just roll 2 dice. One of them counts as a success.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
so then 2 successes.
Still great. So
Still
you
what you
are easily you flag someone down. There seems to be a preteen on a skateboard, kind of
my favorites.
barreling by and kind of in that rotunda that's at the edge of this traffic circle.
Oh yeah.
Great. And Cotton Ball is just going to.
The teenager kind of falls off his skateboard, tries to kind of look
Transfixed.
okay, stands up and goes, "Oh, dude!" And he runs over to you, Cotton Ball, and starts petting you.
Yeah.
Just telling you all the nicest things, just like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? Do you have a home? Like, oh my god, like Lizzie would die if she saw. Can I take a picture?" And he like takes his phone out and like tries to selfie with you.
Amazing.
And
Duck
called a
lips,
human.
even as a cat.
Yeah.
What's the cat equivalent of duck lips? Cat.
Shimmer eyes? I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Kawaii eyes, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then Cotton Ball, at being a ragdoll cat, he's just gonna completely go limp as soon as he's pet. But he's gonna use his tail to like to send the signal for
Yeah.
Cat to come
so,
out.
Cat sees the skateboard, sees the boy, and is like, there is only one way this can go. And so she's going to take a little bit of a running scamper towards the skateboard so she can just land on the skateboard and like slide in to frame.
Great.
Yeah.
Because she'll
Roll
never
me
be
a
cuter,
normal challenge.
right? Like she'll never be cute.
It'd be adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the right cat for the job, I would say.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, you need at least
Cool.
one success.
I have 2 successes.
Oh, perfect.
I'm
So
perfect.
how does it look when you slide into frame?
So oh my gosh, it's so sad, right? It's just the most pitiful but adorable thing ever because she gets in there, she slides into frame, and she's like all balanced out on the skateboard, but then when she hops off, it's just like, oh, it's just too much. It's just so pitiful because her little leg is hurt. But then she just rolls onto the ground onto her back and exposes the belly.
Wow, how vulnerable. So this teen bends over and goes, "Oh my god! God, I wish I got that on video. Lizzie would think that was awesome. She definitely asked
Lizzie
me
McGuire?
to dance then."
I don't know.
Yeah, Lizzie McGuire,
Yeah.
for sure.
From Brooklyn.
And he bends over, and for a teenage boy-looking person, he seems to be pretty sensitive and gentle to cats.
Yeah.
So he lets you sniff his
Yes.
hand and gives you a little pet behind the ears.
Oh god, I love it. Oh god, I don't want to love it. Oh, it's so good. And then I roll around a little bit. I back and forth over the hand. I do that thing where I get the knuckles like right in the good cheek place and just rub into them again and again. And then I think, I hate this man, this boy who would be king.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's like rubbing back and forth, and the second he like reaches down to like activate a reciprocated thing after she receives the amount of pets she requires, she swipes at the hand. This is not based on real life experience, except it very much is.
Great. So he jumps back.
Yeah.
When you swipe, you actually catch him on the little hoodie. He has really kind of a ratty looking hoodie that he's cut little thumb holes out of on the side, because skate culture, my dude.
Yeah.
And he kind of falls back. And, whoa! Oh, she's a firecracker.
And then she
Definitely.
rubs against his leg and just looks at him as if to say, something to remember me by, and then disappears into the bushes.
Yeah. So y'all hear a voice in the back going, "James, and we can presume it's Lizzie, this blonde, bubbly lady person. Kind of frolics on up, and James stands up, kind of brushes the dirt off his knees, and tries to look buff. They start walking away into Prospect Park.
Nice.
Perfect.
So you have recovered your injury.
Fantastic. Well,
Cotton Ball's gonna go up to Cat and be like, "Well, you're not bad yourself. See, the show-offy skateboard bit was a bit much, but you were real natural.
thank
Playing-
you.
Playing hard to get is not an easy thing to do."
Ooh,
It's
then
not-
back pod compliment.
I don't have to a back pod compliment. Amazing.
Bless you.
Blessings upon your house. She kind of like narrows her eyes, and then they get wide, and then she narrows them again the way cats do, and she says, "I'm not playing a game. I simply need a thing. I had what I wanted, and then I took whatever I needed, and then I am in charge. I am the law."
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Brilliant.
Yep.
All right, Thimblepaw, do you have anything that you are, I don't know, sniffing out right now?
As that whole fiasco is going down, I would love to just, we're not moving, and now that I'm not moving, I should stay not moving in a more comfortable position, and I would love to just take a nap.
Great. Okay, sure. So you kind of move. There's like that kind of rotund. It's kind of a half rotunda. If any of y'all have been to Prospect Park West, right outside of the traffic circles, there are like rotundas that have been cut in half. So you go and kind of curl up in one of the like edges between a column, and I'm gonna roll something.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So you fall asleep rather easily.
Mm-hmm.
And you drift into your kind of normal dreamlike state. It's like a mind palace for you. Can you describe what it looks like for me?
Yes. This looks like kind of somewhere between Doctor Strange and Inception, like shifty halls. But it's just a large castle made of like cat climbing things,
Cool.
like scratching posts and pillows everywhere. And
I
as
love
I
it.
like walk from one place, then like pillows rise up out of the fog underneath as I'm going somewhere.
This is the best place. I want to
Yeah.
actually
Oh my
go.
Like
God.
literally the walls like shifting as it was like I think
I love
scratching
that.
posts, and then as I'm just being moved on a moving pillow, then scratching post comes on the wall, and I can just leave my hand out and scratch as I go.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. So you're walking, you're taking your little promenade
Yeah.
around your mind palace home.
Your promenade.
Ooh, the promenade.
You're stepping on all of those good memory foam pillows that Todd spent way too much money on. And your foot touches something damp.
All is plush in my promenade. What could be damp? I look at it.
Look at it.
Your paw is sinking into something muckish. It feels cold and clammy and very human.
Oh, did I step in Todd's mouth again?
Not quite. Not quite, no. Do you want to try to escape?
I would love to try to escape. I don't like that.
Great.
Cold clammy does not mix with pillows.
Roll me a, let's do a normal check, and I'm going to say that you're in your favored terrain, as it were, so you get one automatic success.
Okay, so just roll 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's one success and one failure.
Great. So that's 2 successes because you are the right cat for the job.
2 success, yes.
You are able to kind of sink your back claws into the pillows behind you and yank your paw out from this muck, this clammy feeling. It's more of a feeling than a visual.
Ugh.
And as you pull your arm out, it's as if the skin and tissue and flesh and muscle is not ripped from your arm, but slid off like some well-cooked chicken off of a bone. You take a look at your hand, and it is from the, I guess, elbow down is just bone. You can feel it. It doesn't feel any different, but you
Ew.
see your own bones and the tendons connecting every single piece of your body.
I hate that.
And you wake up. Woo-woo! After that nice restful nap.
Oh my.
Ancient Edie, this is not a good felining.
Oh,
Amazing.
no.
My dude.
Yep.
This is the
That's
show
true.
for us. All right. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So do we just find you lying there? What happens? then?
He's gonna, much as I hate moving, he is going to try and stretch, like that's his meditation. He's gonna do a quick stretch to shake off that omen and walk back to the group.
Yeah. So where are we going back to the council now? Is that the plan?
They should be notified as soon as possible. Do we have any other leads, though?
Only the idea that these dogs are involved somehow. The only thing we saw was that one who was pinned to the ceiling.
Yes, then the council seems to be the best place to go. Let us.
Great. So you know exactly where the council meets at this time of day. Thimblepaw, you're aware that the council kind of moves with the sun around the neighborhood. They always want to exist in a patch of sun, and so as the hours pass, they kind of migrate from place to place to place. People or cats leaving and coming in whenever. So it's midday, and so the sun is pretty starkly above you. So you end up pawing over to this bodega. There is a brown tabby seated outside, kind of keeping watch and guarding the bodega. You recognize him as Sylvester Snagglepaw, he's one of your council members, part of the coven.
Excellent. Ah, Sylvester. I come bearing very dire news.
Oh dear. What happened?
I look around. Does it look like anyone's watching us?
Roll me a notice roll.
That's 2 successes.
Great. So the only people that you can see, humans, are the two men that are currently behind the bodega counter. One of them is kind of laid back in a chair with a little hand fan, and the other one is reading through a magazine very and kind of like swatting away flies. It's rather warm in there.
Okay.
That's all.
Then I lean in and I say, one of the great horrors has returned. He who stalks in yellow.
Oh, that sounds very serious. Do you want me to? I can get you Maxine if you want to come in.
Yes, make haste.
Pardon me.
Okay.
1 second. Dex,
Yep.
can you move your mic closer to your mouth a little bit? Is
That is.
oh, that's
close
where it
as
is.
I can-
Okay, that's fine. Just checking.
I can also just take the volume up.
Pump up that sultry kitty cat. For me,
I
please.
shall. Yes.
Sorry.
Sultry kitty cat.
Yeah.
Get back to it. Didn't mean to
Excellent.
take you out of it.
So Sylvester, at your request, kind of he eyeballs Cat and Cotton Ball a little bit and goes, I'm Sylvester. We'll talk inside. Y'all were at the meeting this morning, right?
We were.
Wonderful. I'm sure you're fine.
Oh, I'm more than fine. I'm perfect.
Cat just
Wait, I
rolls
know
her eyes.
you.
Of course you do. Why
You're
wouldn't you know me?
Beans.
Yeah, I go by many names, and Beans is one of them. Hello.
Yeah,
Beans.
yeah. My guys definitely feed you sometimes. They leave cans out for you. Well, they're kind of for everybody, but you know, communal living as a cat is wild. Anyway, come on in. And he stretches out his paw and kind of like nudges the door open. You notice that he is a Hemingway cat, so he has thumbs between his fingers. So he kind of opens the door and kind of holds it for you very kindly to let
Cat like sees this interchange. She goes, "So many names. He's a little ostentatious." But the way she kind of like finishes the line, like if you look at her like cat face, she's just side eyeing Cotton Ball, but like with jealousy, with desire for more than just to be called cat.
Oh.
Great. So you walk in. It's a bodega. It's pretty well stocked in here, but it's obviously a modest place. This is not your like organic health food kind of bodega that's been popping up around Brooklyn. This is like the family business, right? So the Hemingway cat Sylvester walks in, and one of the guys at the counter kind of looks over and sees all of you walk in and kind of turns to the other man and just says a couple of words and then goes back to reading his magazine. Sylvester kind of brings you into the back. You climb over a couple of stocked shelves to get to the employee closet, which is not very large. Inside of the closet, there's a small hole that seems to lead into the alleyway behind. Do you follow?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Brill.
and.
So you step through this tiny hole into the most beautiful, well-lit alleyway you've seen. It is plush. It is very nice. Obviously, one of the people that lives in that works in the bodega is a cat person. There are boxes, just tons of cardboard boxes set out for everybody. And you notice that every single council member has their own box. They're all sitting in their cardboard box. You notice also that 2 of those boxes are empty. Maxine strolls over to you. So, do you know anything? Did you find anything?
Yes, well, we did find some very serious news.
At
The
the
Tom
house?
in Yellow has returned. Oh. Yes, well, we did go to the house as well. That was before we found out other truths. Right. So last we saw Maxine, she sent us to go find the cat who was missing.
Yes.
The dog
at
was
her
missing.
The dog was missing.
Right.
We found our friend George, our new friend George inside, and this
Right.
was Maxine's old house, correct?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
Maxine's old house.
She says-
she had left.
She says, I do have a question for you. Thimblepaw mentioned that while we were there, he had a bit of a vision of something small, something furry controlling the mind of this cat.
Something small
Or
and
this
furry.
human.
Oh, a human. Well, there are many omens that exist in the world of ancient religion. It could be a number of things. A nightmare. I'm not sure.
Well,
But
it-
did you stay at the house?
only for a short time until we found George, and she motions to George, who I'm assuming has just been coming with us this whole time.
So you turn back.
He was never there.
Oh gosh.
George is nowhere to be found.
Wait, are
Oh,
you
gosh.
serious?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
George. But
So
but
When
I
did we
still
lose
have
track
the
of
I
him?
still have the compass.
you do. You still have the compass.
Yeah. Okay, so she says, this thing about, we went to find George, but then we left, and she turns to introduce George, and George isn't there, and she kind of like pushes the compass on the ground and puts her paws on top of it. Does it point in a direction?
It spins 3 times and then points to the east.
The direction, did we come from there, or like in
Yes, it is the direction you came from.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what if he never left the park? What if he... What
Well,
happened to him?
where in the park did you go? What happened?
There was a crypt.
A crypt.
It was a wrong thing. It was under the earth. We had to go deep down a dark tunnel, and in the ceiling a most horrible and pitiful sight of a beagle who was, I don't know, some kind of thing they did to it.
A beagle.
Yes.
What color were its eyes?
What color were its eyes? I'm sorry, I didn't write
They were a deep brown.
a deep brown,
Deep
yeah.
brown.
A deep brown.
Oh. That would be Henry then. I'm so sorry.
Sorry
I'm
for
sure.
your loss. My gosh.
Well, it's fine. I didn't know him very well, but I'm sure Robert is going to be very upset.
Well, he, I think, has been touched by something. I cannot explain it, but we saw evidence that he had shaved George's stomach to reveal or draw on some kind of map. A map that led us to the order that we discovered, the other cats, some of whom you know, and she names them, you know, and describes them.
Starling and Snagglebutt were in the crypt.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you bring them back?
They were working for the Tom in Yellow. They are his agents. They have betrayed us and they attacked us. We defended ourselves. They did not survive the encounter.
She takes a big breath and turns around and walks to her box. And she sits in the box and lets out this cat-like scream.
Yeah.
The other cats encircled in that alleyway start screaming as well. Of course, this attracts the attention of one of the humans, who comes around and tries to shoo everyone away with a broom.
Yeah.
You hear Maxine, as she's running over a fence, go, "We'll regroup. Next door, please."
Follow to
her.
next door. Yeah.
Great. So there's a tiny little shrubbery. I guess it's more of a bush hedge thing. And they have all kind of crouched underneath. Maxine says, "Well, if Starling and Snagglebutt were working with whatever this may be, this yellow Tom, as it were, then we need 2 more." And she turns her dark green eyes towards you, Cat, and towards you, Cotton Ball, and says, "Would you do the old matriarch an honor? Would you join us?"
Whoa! This is going pretty fast, isn't it? I mean, I'm just a stray. I'm just the gossip, you know.
But you have powers beyond your own belief in yourselves. You have wrapped yourselves into this tale like the softest yarn. And she kind of looks wistfully off.
Yeah, at this, I think Cat is gonna share a look with Cotton Ball that's like, this bitch is crazy. Like, like I can take exactly one of these people in my life that likes astrology, and it's Thimblepaw, and that's as much as I've carved out.
Bless.
That's so
Cat astrology.
Yeah, cat astrology.
Astrology.
And so when she kind of like looks to Cotton Ball for like, what the hell is this shit? What is the reaction?
I mean, same.
Samesies. And in this, we finally find common ground. Yeah. And she says, I mean, honestly, I sort of agree with Cotton Ball here. I mean, I want justice for my kingdom, but this is new. And as much as Thimblepaw, is a very good example of the work you all do, I suppose, I just don't exactly know what I can bring to the table aside from sharp claws and good moves.
I understand. You're selling yourself quite short, I will say, Cat. But in the meantime, the coven will act -2. And all of the other cats, you notice, kind of gathered around and crouched in these hedges, look extremely forlorn.
Yeah.
Sylvester kind of nudges one of the calicos beside him and goes, "What are we gonna do? We're not gonna be able to contact the Beyond anymore. It's not. Well, I mean, maybe we're just a book club now.
We don't have enough for a nap, do we?
We do not have enough for a nap.
Is that something that, I mean, even we can help with, even if we did join the council?
You can. All cats have an energy that is interwoven into the psychic fabric of our lives. And you would be able to tap into that. You, probably better than a lot of us. And she kind of gestures around to the other cats. You've seen the inner circle of what the world has.
She looks at Cotton Ball and is just like, well, I mean, just because we're helping them do something weird doesn't mean that we're weird, right?
That's what you want to tell yourself. All right. I'll keep the seat warm. I'll keep the box nice and comfy for the next person to go in. Just, I hate to see you all sad like this. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know this is asking a lot. And truly, after you've been enveloped into the inner circle for this short amount of time, let's consider this a trial period.
See, that's much more easy for my brain to, like, hold on
Wonderful.
to, you know?
Then
just like a quick nap. Just a quick holding
well,
it down.
naps are nothing to shake a whisker at, really. But we'll get to that tonight. If you all would please meet me in the courtyard that we met in this morning, when the moon is at its peak, please.
Sure.
Of course, Lady Maxine.
I mean, of course, Lady Maxine, and she tries to, like, bow slightly.
Oh, please, no, stop it. You can call me Max.
Okay.
You got it, Maxie.
Not Maxie. It sounds too much like my ex-human's girlfriend's sanitary products.
Oh.
Helena!
Okay.
I don't know. It makes Helena feel like that. It's weird.
It's funny.
There,
Funny.
yeah.
I get it.
Because now I can't say Maxi pads over this way. You know, like that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
'Cause
ruined.
then it'll be Maxi Cat, you know.
It's
Right, exactly.
yeah, so she's gonna start kind of padding out, and she'll say to Thimblepaw, you know, I am sorry, we didn't mean to embarrass you back there. I hope we didn't say anything
No,
wrong.
you didn't. It's quite all right. And I'm sure, given time, perhaps the positions will grow on you. You've already done so much, I can sense much of the wild hunters in you.
Well, I can't say no to that. I am pretty wild.
The ability to charm the two legs like Bast possesses, and the instincts of Sekhmet. I see these in both of you. You are more than worthy, even if you don't believe it yet yourselves.
You're saying a
Sek
lot
who?
of things.
And he flicks a tail.
Yeah, he do a quick flick.
Yeah.
Great. Cotton Ball, can I get a quick notice roll from you, please?
Yeah. That's one success.
All right. So you have the entire neighborhood at your disposal. What are you up to now?
Entire neighborhood at my disposal.
Entire neighborhood. Goddamn.
Yep.
Damn. Well, I guess I would be pretty hungry, so let's see. I would
Great.
patrol the street to see if there's anyone who's willing to give me some free meals.
Absolutely. So, like Sylvester said, outside of the bodega, there are a couple of cans kind of lined out crudely, and you can find some tuna in one of them if you would like some tuna.
Yum 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 tuna. Yes, please.
Perfect. Wonderful. So
Can I one additional thing? I like to imagine that Cotton Ball. I forgot the name of my own cat.
I mean,
that Cotton Ball is one of those cats that makes noises as he eats, like.
oh yeah. Absolutely. And that totally attracts attention. There's a couple of kids coming home from school. And they stop over, their backpacks are on, but they bend over and give you kind of harshish pets. They're kids, so
Really
they don't
getting
really
in
have
there.
Right.
they're really getting in there while you're eating, which is just the worst. But they love you.
Now they do.
And they continue down the road.
yeah. Cat is going to go home, I think,
Okay.
and check on her human.
Great.
Because she literally left a house that she never leaves. That seems
Right,
like
right.
a bad idea. Yeah, so she'll
So-
climb up.
Great. Thimblepaw and Cotton Ball, are you going with her?
I definitely do want to check on the store.
Okay,
I
great.
also want to check on just like our yarn, anything plush that we have after that vision. Just want to check on it all.
Great. So, let's start with Kat. So, Kat, you approach the fire escape to Bitch's home. Do you
Yep.
climb on up?
Yeah, she hops up and
Great.
parkours up the fire escape.
So, you parkour up the fire escape with great ease. I'm not going to make you roll for that. And you
Yeah.
stick your head
Parkour.
kind of under the window that was left
Yeah.
open from this morning. And you see that Bitch is still asleep.
Yeah.
She
So
is
all this
knocked out.
is she comes in, she's going to walk towards her little dish and eat a little bit more food, but there's not a ton out there, so she's going to scavenge for left out garbage in the apartment.
Great.
Yeah.
Roll me a normal.
Oh, that's so
Cool.
funny to me.
That's one success.
Great. So you see that there's a trash can in the living room.
Yeah.
And so you knock it over with your paw. It makes
Exactly.
this very loud,
As I was
clink
born
noise.
to do. Yeah.
And there are a couple of pieces of Pop-Tart in
yeah.
there.
She my favorite. Yes. And she just a pig in shit just rolls
Great.
around like she really enjoys it. You know, she enjoys the hell. It's like to other people trash, to Cat treats. Like might as well be. And it's human food, so it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to have this, right? She
Forbidden
knows-
fruit.
The forbidden
Yeah.
snack.
She's like, oh yes, Pop-Tarts. So she just buries her life in these Pop-Tarts. And
Great.
then she happens to notice a leftover glass of water on her way out, and she sticks her head in, and the water's just a little too far away, just a little too far.
So the your owner, Bitch,
Oh, yeah.
woke up when the trash can
Oh,
fell
yeah.
over.
That's fine.
And you hear the springs in her bed.
Yep.
It's a rather old bed. You wish she would get a new one. You
Yeah.
scratch the shit out of it. But you kind of hear the sound of her getting up, and her feet hit the floor in a very sudden, militaristic way. And you hear the floor creaking as she walks in.
Yeah, she hears that, and she's skitters on the ground. And then she's looking at the water glass and she's skittering and she hears the approaching footsteps and she just has to knock it over. She just can't not do it. So she's gonna try and knock it over and then slide around her owner into her room and like in the darkness, just like slide beside her leg, and then under the bed.
Great. Roll me a difficult check.
Okay.
2d6.
All right.
But you are right, Cat, for the job.
Success.
Great.
So 2
So
successes.
you are able to do this. However, you kind of slam your body into
that's
Bitch's
the way it
leg
goes.
as you kind of flop like a fish out of water, like on your way out. Bitch doesn't move. She doesn't acknowledge that. And she kind of continues walking very militaristically towards the kitchen.
Yeah. She is used to like easily getting tripped up in this woman's legs constantly. So she kind of like cowers a little bit because she thinks she's gonna get yelled at, which is the typical, but then the walking continues. I'm assuming she just walks past the trash on the floor. Okay, which is weird. That's weird. So she is now Curiosity, which hath killed many a cat before her. It may kill her now, but she needs to kind of see what's going on her face. So she's gonna like try and peek into the kitchen, like wait for her to move.
Roll me a notice. 2d6.
2 successes.
Great.
Okay.
So you peer into the kitchen. Your owner's eyes seem really glazed over.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to have a darting expression of any kind. As she walks to the large box that's cold, the fridge.
Yeah.
And she opens it. She lifts out this white plate type thing with some kind of squishy pink material on it.
Ew.
And places it on the counter.
Yeah.
You do anything?
I mean, I want to see what
Just
the
asking.
pink stuff is.
Great. So very slowly, she raises her blue nails and starts digging into this pink, fleshy thing on a plate. And she starts shoving the meat of the thing into her mouth.
Yeah. She's gonna, you know what though is the thing? God, no, why? So she, at this point, good feelings are all gone. Every good feeling, it's gone. And so she's going to try and break her human out of whatever this weird thing is. And she's just gonna scratch the shit out of her feet.
Great. Roll to scratch, please.
Okay, a success and a failure.
Great, but you are the right cat for the job, so that is 2 successes.
Okay.
So you scratch at her feet, and she blinks. She kind of blinks, and before that something touches her lips, she drops it on the floor and kind of grabs the bridge of her nose and
what does it smell
kind of
like
shakes.
now that it's on the floor by me? What does it smell like?
It smells like what happens when your wet food sits in the trash can for too long.
Oh!
So it smells
That's a really good
rancid.
description.
I can't be mad at it because
That's nasty.
God, that's so gross.
It's pretty
Okay,
nasty.
She's out. Yeah. So before
Great.
her owner can come to, she's to the window, and she is just jumping, hopefully through the window and down to meet up with Thimblepaw and
absolutely.
Cottonball below. Yeah.
So Thimblepaw, you head back while that scene is happening. Your scene is also happening. You walk back to the not seamstress, the tailor shop, and you walk inside. The little bell on the cat flap on the front kind of tingles in the nice, welcoming way that it always does. And you walk inside. What were you looking for? Again? I'm sorry.
I wanted to check to see if any of the fabrics and any other plush, soft, fluffy thing in the apartment has been altered in any way. I just want to survey my domain.
Okay. Roll me a notice roll.
All right.
And I'm gonna
Would
say
that
you're the
be-
right cat for the job,
'Cause I
but
live
it is
here.
a difficult roll.
Oh man. Okay. That's a success and a failure.
Okay.
So that's right.
So
Cat.
that's a success and a success.
Yeah. 2
Great.
successes.
So that's good. So as you walk into the shop, you see Todd kind of in the corner. He's doing his 2-foot thing, human bipedal stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And you smell this kind of earthy, musky smell coming from the spot where you usually curl up next to the kind of thicker yarns in the corner, in the back left corner of the shop.
I would love to go investigate that.
Great.
Head on over.
Wonderful. So there's already a little spot where you usually curl up in this kind of nest of yarn. But it seems that in the middle of the nest, in the very middle of where you usually sleep and nap and exist in a psychic realm, there is a discoloration in the middle. Because usually it's this beautiful olive green yarn that's interwoven in your little nest. And then in the middle, it just looks damp.
Do I see any sources of water?
Roll me a notice.
I'm gonna notice. That's 2 successes.
Great. So you look up and you see that there is also a wet spot on the ceiling right above your little nest.
Just upsetting. So I'm gonna move, just push with my head, first of all. Every time, there's always something. And then I would love to go upstairs and see what's making
Great.
that.
So the upstairs is usually shut because Todd wants to keep you downstairs, so you'll probably have to ask Todd if you can go upstairs.
I would love to just take some psychic energy, just put it towards Todd, be like, I need to go upstairs. And I will also do a head nudge and rub against him because I haven't reclaimed him as mine this morning.
Great. So Todd kind of starts a little bit, and it's as if it's he wobbles. His feet are planted in place, but he kind of takes the impact of your head and wobbles.
These humans.
He doesn't do anything else.
All right, then I'd like to push a little harder psychically.
Okay.
Todd, I would like to go upstairs, please.
Okay. Can you roll me 2d6?
Yeah. That's 2 failures.
No.
So, in your head, you hear echoes of Maxine's howl, of her scream at the sun. And you feel dampness engulf your body. It creeps under your skin and makes you feel heavy.
Oof.
Yeah. So you're not getting upstairs with Todd. At least that way.
So there's, of course, this creeping damp. And so there's a door leading upstairs that is...
There is a door leading upstairs, yes.
What kind of handle does it have?
It is like the handle from the other place, just a
So it's also like
normal
a
push.
not like
yeah.
not like a knob?
Not a knob, no.
Okay. I would like to maybe take some yarn and try and use that to assist trying to open the door.
Ooh. How would you do that?
I would go to my pile and fish out some of the not damp yarn. Actually,
Great.
feeling a little spiteful because I've been denied. Is there just a ball of yarn that Todd's working on?
Yes, there is a small crochet project that's happening in the corner. He's not currently working on it, but it's this periwinkle sweater for a child, it looks like.
The energy that I'm feeling from Thimblepaw right now is the princess will marry me. Like Jafar.
Yep, pretty much. I'm just
Yeah.
like, all right, fine. Since
Stare into
clearly
my
you care
staff
more
while
about
he's
this
married.
child, I'm going to take this project and whatever lengths of yarn I can loose from it,
Mhm.
I will fashion it with my teeth, just like trying to hop up and try and like hang down
Hmm.
on it.
Got
you know,
it.
help pull it open a bit.
Great. Roll me 2d6. This is a difficult challenge, so you need 2 successes to succeed.
That's 2 successes.
Oh, kitty cat, you did it.
The
So
power of spite fuels me.
you lasso this door with pure psychic will, let's say.
Sure.
Eyes like
And-
cat fur going
Yes.
and he doesn't notice any of this, just like true cat magic. Just
Yes.
like tendrils of yarn lassoing into place and
Yeah.
opening the door, like
Cat
eyes glowing. Yeah, cat jick. And then
love it.
everything stops being all eldritch for a moment and just like, yeah, we'll have words later, Todd.
Great.
If that is your real name, Todd.
If that is your real name.
What's up,
so-
Eleanor DiLorenzo? How's it going?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
So the staircase looks like the staircase as usual. It's old and rickety. It should probably be redone. The 4th
Mhm.
stair is really, really creaky. It
Yeah.
always is. So, but you pad on up easily into the apartment above the tailor shop where Todd sleeps. What are you looking for?
I would like to go over to where I approximate the water would be dripping down on, or the damp would be dripping down on my sleeping spot. I'm a little now.
Cool. You walk over to the corner where
Mhm.
you think the damp would come from. And there is a small pool of blood. It's perfectly circular and about as big as your head.
Oh man, I'm still in the scene. I have to do things. I
This is
can't
probably
leave.
fine.
Okay, love it. Want to you know what? Can I reach out psychically to the blood to see if I can get any impressions
Mhm.
What
of
are
like
you saying? What are these words?
I love it. Roll 2d6.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. These cats.
that's 1 success and 1 failure.
Great. So you kind of peer over into this blood and you see your own face reflected back to you. As you look at yourself, your face begins to twist and morph like silly putty that you got into when you shouldn't have. And one eye, the right eye, kind of dangles and falls out of view.
Ew.
In your head, you hear, "You shouldn't have meddled in my business, Thimblepaw." As you hear that, you snap out of it, you look down, and the blood is gone. Cotton Ball, what
That's
do you
me.
do in the meantime while these moments of freaky are happening?
That's a good question. Cotton Ball has no place to stay. He has no owners. He has no roof over his head. He's a lone ranger. So I would think that he'd just be like going around his usual patrol, just making sure that no other cats are infringing on his territory, and also saying hi to all the
Great.
nice people who give him food.
Great. So as you're walking, you come across more school children coming home. They give you pets, and one of them actually gives you like a piece of a granola bar, and it's the really crunchy kind. So I don't know if it'll feel good on your teeth, but it's that really, really crunchy oats and honey. But everybody, of course, is paying attention to you in the loveliest way. And as you round the corner back to where Bitch lives, you feel a pair of eyes on the back of your head. It's like they're boring a hole into your very skull.
Is there any like windows nearby that I can like look behind me?
Yeah, roll me a notice roll.
Oldest trick in the book. That would be 1 success, 1 failure.
All right. So you look ahead at a little laundromat in the window, and you don't see anything.
He's just going to slowly keep on going and cautiously.
Okay.
You know, at any sign of any tomfoolery, he's going to turn around.
Wonderful. As you're walking, you come across more kids, more school children, and they pet you and walk by. But the closer and closer you get back around to where Bitch's apartment and Todd's tailor shop are, the children stop smiling as they pass you. They pass you and they make room for you on the sidewalk, but it's as if they are transfixed on a point that is just out of their own field of vision. And they walk past you silently in lines.
And Cotton Ball's going to notice this and tail them and go, and like,
Great.
Like, where are you going? Where are you going?
Buddy.
Roll me to, I guess, catch one of their attentions.
Catch one of their.
God damn it, Dex. Work jail.
1 success, 1 failure. But would I be the right cat for the job?
You are the right cat for the job.
Great.
So you kind of ram your body lovingly into a child.
Yeah.
That's a sentence that's
Beans
hilarious.
use tackle.
But yes, and you make your little trill sound, and the child kind of shakes its head and looks down and goes, "Oh, kitty!" And you see all of the children in your view turn their head at the same time to look at you. They all open their mouths, and out of their mouths appear these locusts, these bugs.
Crunchy, tasty bugs. Yay.
Crunchy and tasty.
Crunchy, tasty, but too many bugs.
Great.
Too many bugs.
Too many bug parts.
I'm out.
After about 3 seconds of this, they close their mouths and keep walking as if nothing had happened.
To just be vomiting bugs. I don't know if anyone actually
3
understands how
seconds.
long. Let's just count to 3. 1,
Bugs.
2,
Bugs.
3. That's
Bug.
too many seconds of bugs. 1 would have
Yeah.
been enough. Maybe even too much. Yikes.
So they all close their mouths synonymously
Oh my god.
and begin, or not synonymously.
Simultaneously?
Thank you. Simultaneously, they close their mouths, and the bugs stop flowing like liquid from their mouths, and they kind of scurry away and into sewer drains. The one child that you had kind of addled is still looking down at you and is wanting to pet your head, and she bends down to try and pet your head.
So, did the locusts go into sewer drains, or did the kids? Okay, cool. The
The
kids.
locusts. Oh my god, the kid. That'd be really scary. Damn it. I wish I had thought of that.
Fell
I
through
was
a
gonna
crack the floor. Like,
They're hanging out with the clowns in the sewers. It's
God.
Basically.
Too much.
The locusts were the ones that kind of skittered away and
I'll
into
float
storm
down
drains
there.
and sewer drains.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not gonna stop him. I'm already at 3 treats, but I'm not gonna. Oh, do the treats carry over? Is the question from the last game.
Treats don't carry over from the last session.
Great.
So everybody always starts out with 1 treat each session.
Great. And then I got pet that one time.
Then you got pet, so you got a treat then. So this is like treat number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
I have how many treats? Because I got pet earlier.
You have 1 treat.
I have 1 treat. Got it.
Oh, do you start the
Oh,
session?
you have 2 treats. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You have 2 treats, Anne.
Okay.
Great.
And then Dex, you have 1 treat.
Because I think I'm at 3. Because I had 1 to start off. I got pets
Great.
from another boy,
Okay.
and then another boy pet cotton ball to right now. So yeah.
Great. Yeah, you're at 3.
Now that we've
so
done
you-
our
And you haven't spent any.
cat
Treat count.
civilization treat count,
Yeah.
let's yeah. So then what do you do? I'm so confused. This is awful.
It's so it's so nasty. Cotton
You're getting
balls.
closer to Bitch's apartment, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna like walk with the kid. Like, whoa! He's gonna walk towards excuse me. Cotton Ball is gonna walk towards Bitch's house, the kingdom
Okay.
of Bitch, or the queendom of Bitch.
Yep.
And if he wants to follow, he can follow. But if not, just
Wait, who can follow?
the kid who wants to give me
Oh, okay.
pets.
Got it.
I've got
it.
enough pets, but if he wants to give me more and run his hand around my tail, I don't care.
Great. So
I
you began to walk
go ahead.
away
I'm so sorry.
from the little girl that was petting you,
Mhm.
and
Oh, girl, sorry.
no, it's all good. Gender's a thing. That is over. The child, let's say, we don't know. So you begin to walk away from the child, and as you're walking away, you see the child stands up, stiffens, and walks away from you.
Jeez.
Well, now you have my curiosity.
Now I do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The 3
Not
seconds
until
of
now.
pure bug out of mouth didn't do that for you, Parker.
well, I mean, it seems as though he's being controlled again, so I'm gonna go investigate that. He like stiffens up and then moves the other way.
Yeah.
Away from me?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll inspect. I'll do an
So-
inspection.
Great. What are you inspecting?
The eyes.
The eyes. I'll give you this because they're glazed over. They're not really noticing what's in front of them, but this point that's in this mid-distance spot further away.
Huh. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do. Do I interfere? Do I save this kid? I don't know. Is he even in danger? I don't even know if he's in danger.
You'll also see that all of the other children are still walking in straight lines just down the block.
Is there anything nearby that would make a large noise if it was toppled over, like a bunch, like a trash?
Yeah,
a
there's
trash can?
a bucket and a mop sitting outside of the laundromat.
Then I'll knock that shit over.
Great. So you hurl yourself at this bucket, and a loud noise happens, of course. All the children kind of snap out of it. You notice them kind of shake it off and then go about their day as if nothing had happened.
Phew. All in a day's work. All right. The castle of bitch.
Great. So, without shaking that feeling of something boring its eyes into the back of your head, you walk to the queendom of bitch, where you 3 meet up outside in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Getting some really strong, like when you have some tea, but your best friend also
Yeah,
has
and
tea,
you're
so you're
like-
just like, bitch.
Everybody's just like,
Bitch.
girl. You don't get it. Yeah. So Cat is gonna jump up on one of the kind of like crates in the alleyway, and she's going to kind of anxiously make muffins on this crate, but it's a crate, so there's no give, so it only serves to make her more anxious, right? And so she just starts scratching at the corner of it, just like trying to keep her little talons in the wood. That's the thing I've said. And then she just says, I think the reach of this Thomas fellow is widening very quickly.
So you've noticed the weird things going on, you know. The humans, the two-footers.
Bitch was just about to eat some. It was like my food, but it had been out for too long, and then who would have put it in the fridge uncovered? And I had to stop her because that's just demeaning and disgusting. You know, not that I care about her at all, but you know, it was terrible. You're saying you saw something too?
Locusts coming out of the local kids' mouths, just swarming and then buzzing off into the sewers.
Oh no.
Is it safe to say, cat herder extraordinaire, that as I was kind of waiting on the fire escape, that I might have seen the kids walking in rows?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. So she says, I saw them. I saw the children. They were just like the dogs.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they stopped. I don't know why.
Well, they seem to be in a trance that you can kind of knock them out of, but
We can't
gosh,
do that for
his hold is
everybody.
very strong on these two-footers.
Yes, indeed. Thankfully, I brought some of this as I take out like a pillow, like a pillow that has instead of, you know how you can go to a mall and there's a little kiosk where you can have like those herb pillows that you put in the microwave. Instead of just regular things, it's catnip inside. It's the like relaxation
Amazing.
pillow, and I drop that down
Oh my god.
to just like just kind of like recenter it. I currently have it on, and I just like drop it. This may help ease your nerves, and I imagine also in the lore, like maybe it helps amplify the psychic powers. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it totally does. I think it
Catnip
totally
pillow.
does. Catnip pillow. Cotton ball cat. Do you?
Oh,
what do you do
God.
with the catnip pillow?
She is eyes
Oh, I'm gonna indulge myself.
so very dilated. She is activated by this catnip, and she just the side of the head and the cheek driven into that little cheek pocket again on the side of the pillow, and the other side you just get it in there, and she's just rolling back and forth on this thing, living her quest life.
Cotton ball, do you partake?
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely indulges in the sweet aroma of catnip. And before
Thimblepaw,
long, he's
do you-
just a
Oh,
puddle
sorry.
on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Ragdoll cat puddle.
As you
Thimblepaw as well.
Yeah, as you puddle, I say, well, speaking of puddles, I did also notice a puddle of blood staining my my nap area, and Todd has been disobedient. So there's that.
So Thimblepaw, you're used to the nip. You're used to the catnip.
Have a tolerance.
You have a tolerance for it, so this doesn't take over in a way that perhaps it does for Cat and Cotton Ball. Your eyes are very dilated, like you said, Cat. Cotton Ball, yours are also. And you see shapes dance across your eyes, these beautiful rainbow prismatic colors. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see a large beagle turn the corner into the alley. Should we take a break here?
No, I mean yes, but
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, so Beagle, the Beagle approaches, and with that, everybody, we are gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in literally like 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, this has been, horrifying as per usual. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll conclude this portion of our Tom in Yellow adventure. With that, nonsense shall begin.
I can do it. Here's the deal.
I gave up Christ for the midwife fucking. No, okay, no, let's not. Let's. All right, let's calm down.
Not ponytails or cottontails, yeah, ducktails. Woo!
We're leaving the area.
If I leave the chest with you and then I make it and then you don't, then what fool are we?
Well, but then the chest will be right there, and you will have lost nothing.
But you'll be dead. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Just a quick little run through the door and nothing more. Everything's fine, I am fine, and you are fine.
These poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron crying, spells, earth, the please, and I help them. Yes, I do.
Are you with me, mateys?
Arr.
Arr, arr. All right, once more with feeling.
Once more with feeling.
I'm just gonna run up the stairs and have some fun, and then you'll be on the run behind me and it will be fine.
Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. Oh, but then, as my life has been altered once, it can change again.
Restore power. Ah! Fuck me, Jesus Christ! Alright.
That's 33 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, put your little mouth away. Put your little mouth away!
That sounds like a
So we have a Kraken.
meg. Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Moose! Moose! You're so cute!
Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything is fine, and ultimately the end of this game will be mine.
All right, let's do it.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this! Oh my god, I hate this! I've never seen this before and I hate it! Ah! That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No, no. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ! Failing stuff and everything is good, cause I act real tough. Everything will be fine at
I just
sea.
want you to know that I
when
love
my
that.
friends- Yeah? Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything's fucking fine, cause this is gonna be the last time we're gonna do it this time. Yeah, fine, everything's fine.
Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me who loves to go into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna watch you.
I did it. Oh, no. You know?
Everything is fine, we're just gonna do our time in this prison of the mind. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything is fine, and it's gonna be alright.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
With that, nonsense shall begin.
I can do it. Here's the deal.
I gave up Christ for the midwife fucking. No, okay, no, let's not. Let's. All right, let's calm down.
Not ponytails or cottontails, yeah, ducktails. Woo!
We're leaving the area.
If I leave the chest with you and then I make it and then you don't, then what fool are we?
Well, but then the chest will be right there, and you will have lost nothing.
She'll be dead. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Hey, everybody, we are back with part 2. I say part 2, but I gave you 2 deuces, so is that 4? I don't know. It's part, the next
Cats
part.
don't count.
Cats
No, it's
don't
2
count.
twos.
No math.
Cats don't
No
count.
math. That's
No
the
math.
best part about the system. I'm just like, I don't know, 2
Agreed.
successes. Do with that what you will, cat herder. Before we get back into it, let's give it up one more time for our cat herder, Helena Catherine Anderson. If you are interested in her content, but also if you are interested in learning more about this Cats of Catthulhu system, Helena did a great video on it that came out last Friday. So I would encourage you to go check it out if you can. There we go. Perfect. Throw it in the chat. Go ahead and watch that video and give her a like and a subscribe.
Subscribble.
And yeah, this is thank you for that follow, Trump's Orange Rump, which is a very particular name that I am really glad I got to say.
Fascinating.
I was like, we're not going into this part 2 without saying this name. It's
That's
gonna happen.
Wow.
Wow. But yes, thank you so much. You have arrived at Hearthsinger Games, where I, Ann Richmond, and the head bard in charge, and we have several different shows a week. Normally we are doing Starfinder on Thursday nights, but because our GM is feeling a little bit under the weather, we are breaking it off with some Cats of Catthulhu horror. Edward Gorey meets T.S. Eliot's fucking shit genre.
Fair enough.
Game.
Fair enough. I
That's
think
how-
that actually works.
That's pretty much what it is. And I hope you guys are having a good time. And I don't want to take up any more time from us being cats. So let's dive back in.
Brill. Let me hit that
cat
good
feel.
music.
Yeah.
Great. So, I almost called you Noodle, but your name is Cotton Ball. Maybe Noodle needs to be.
It could be one of your names.
That
Could be one of my
is-
many names.
That's true
Yeah.
because you're limp like a noodle. Oh my
It's
god.
true.
But
Ragdoll.
Cotton Ball and Cat, you see this large beagle kind of turn the corner, and Cat, you especially realize that this is the very beagle that you had seen pinned to the ceiling that was bleeding onto the
God,
staircase
what was his
in the
name
wine
again?
cellar.
Sure.
Brian.
Henry.
Henry was the
Henry.
guy's name. Or Brian was
No,
the
Henry
guy's.
was the
Henry's
Brian was the guy's name.
Yeah,
and
and
Henry
Henry's
was
the
the
beagle.
Henry's
God,
the dog. Okay.
This is why you don't name animals with people names. I'm
What? No.
I know we disagree on these things. This is a conversation for table talk afterwards. But yeah, 100p. So yeah, so she is going to kind of push back, like that thing that cats do, and like I mean all animals do it, where they start to like try to like move themselves backward through space, but something is happening too quickly to them because she's just seeing the universe unfold in front of her face right now, and she goes, Henri? Could it be?
Who? Whoa!
Do I see this too?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
You
sure if they
see
were just
fewer
tripping
of the
real hard.
rainbow prisms, though.
Okay.
Is he like a normal dog, or is he like showing the vestiges of his death?
From what you can see, he looks normal, perhaps a little unbalanced,
Yeah.
but
Don't-
pretty normal, and he's lumbering towards you.
Yeah. She's gonna say, "Don't come any closer. We don't know if you can be trusted."
He continues walking towards you.
Can I jump up on a trash can or a dumpster or something?
You can. Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get
yeah.
a better vantage point.
I'm playing the floor is beagle lava, and I am getting
Great.
up on these boxes.
All right. And so you two go ahead and roll to yeet yourself up. And Cotton Ball, what are you up to?
Yeet yourself. 2 successes.
Step into your light now.
I think I'm gonna stay on the ground and just keep
Okay.
watching.
2 successes.
Because he's not
Great.
coming my way. I'm gonna turn to Thimblepaw and say, "Wow, man, this catnip really is pretty strong."
He is coming your way.
Oh, he is coming my way.
Just to be very
He's walking
clear.
down the
Oh,
alleyway.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to make sure that you know this.
Right.
I misunderstood. Thank you so much, cat herder.
I mean, my stuff is pretty strong, but yeah, he's coming this way.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna act like the floor is
Swiggity
lava. I'm gonna climb.
Great.
But
So roll me to jump.
Yeah, he's not a very good cat acrobat like Cat is.
That's okay. Almost nobody is.
Okay, so that's a success and a failure.
Great. So you do make it up onto kind of a lower crate. Cat, you hop up onto the dumpster, so rather high, and then Thimblepaw, you kind of perch on the windowsill of the tailor shop.
Her back arches in that cat way, where she is just kind of looking down at this thing, and her fur kind of like ruffles on the spine. The way that cats do when they're agitated, and her tail whips from side to side as she sort of hisses down at this creature to let it know that is close enough. That is close enough.
So the dog is still lumbering towards you, but you see him trip and he falls over himself onto the ground of this alleyway, and you hear just a little
damn it.
And he looks up with those hound dog beagle eyes. And he says, "Find my body. Find," and lays his head back down on the asphalt. And his entire being seems to melt into this pus yellow color that seeps into the asphalt and pours down to the depths of hell itself.
Oh, buddy.
Bad trip, man.
What have you gotten into? Oh.
You know what that was on me? We really were not in a healthy space to be doing that.
No, not really.
So the next thing that you all need to do is meet up with your council at like midnight. If there's anything else you want to do before then, let me know. But if not, we can fast forward our DVD.
Yeah,
to...
she is like, the council needs to know.
Yep.
Great.
I'm good.
So midnight hits, though what is midnight to a cat? Middle of the night to the cat. And you all head out towards that very same courtyard that you had met Maxine inside of that first day. So that was this morning. Oh my god, that was this morning.
Yeah.
Hilarious. What a long day for these kitty cats. Excuse me. So you traipse on down the quiet streets of Brooklyn. The lights are lit. It's rather picturesque and pretty. There's a slight breeze rustling in the wind, rustling the trees. And you turn into this courtyard, and there is that beautiful wrought iron table and a semicircle of regal cats with two obviously missing. Maxine stands in the center and welcomes you. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Thimblepaw, of course, but it's an honor to have two new members for the evening, join our coven.
You're very welcome to be graced by my presence.
Oh, how do you do? And she kind of awkwardly steps over herself a little bit and goes and walks over to the middle. And her voice kind of booms out of her. You see in this kind of small Persian cat, this extreme leadership, where it's like when you look into a cat's eyes and it's like looking at a very old, wise person. It's a strange feeling. But she stands in the center and says, It has come. The Tom in Yellow has returned to this plane, and we, as the cult of Fatar, must stop him in his yellow tracks. We've already seen signs of his pus infiltrating the world of the humans, the world that we protect. So now, join me. And she kind of like lifts her paws up as much as she can. So she's like on her hind legs, and she stretches her paws with great balance and great ease to the sky and says, join me in a nap. A couple of cats, including Sylvester, come around to where you three are standing and kind of usher you into the fold to complete a circle of 13 cats. Would you like to say anything or do anything before we get started, young ones?
I think Cat, it just blinks and then does what she's told.
Great.
I think she's pretty shaken by seeing the spirit of a dead dog that she kind of liked and felt pity for approach. She's still kind of wired on the catnip. She's on the nip. Nope.
On that nip.
Don't.
Oh, yeah, maybe not.
Reel it back. Reel it back, Richmond.
Reel it back.
Yep.
So the cats all, and you, I'm guessing, join in this kind of ritual. They walk to the middle of this courtyard in very deft steps, and they all place their paws next to each other in a little circle, like in a seance almost. And Maxine instructs, everyone, feel the earth under your paws and stretch your mind to the heavens beyond. And she starts saying these words, and you know that they are words, but they almost sound like music notes. They sound like a bird trilling. They sound like a frog like croaking. It's this pure natural essence pouring out of her mouth, and her eyes shut. And if you look around the circle, some of the other cats' eyes shut. Would you like to shut your eyes?
I shut mine.
You shut yours?
Yeah.
But you keep theirs open.
The cat looks around. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pussyfoot. I mean, Cotton
I'm just
Ball.
wondering, does everyone have to raise their hand before falling asleep? I'm just trying to get a visual of like what Cotton Ball would do if he was just like doing what everyone else is doing.
All of the cats come into the circle, and they place their paws on the ground, kind of paw next to each other in this circle, kind of in a seance where everybody has part of their paw touching another paw.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep, got it.
Okay.
So, whilst Lady Maxine is drawing the circle together and bringing forth the energies required for the nap, Cotton Ball's just gonna fight to try to stay awake, and then bonk, like his head just falls down.
Cat's doing
love
that thing where that I always do when I'm in church, where I'm like, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this shit, but I'm gonna be respectful, and I'm gonna put my hands together, and I'm gonna look at the ground, but I won't close my eyes, and I won't say my Hail Mother Marys and all that stuff everybody else is saying. I just won't I won't say our God that is in heaven. But I'll be respectful of the people who believe he is. But so she fighting it, but she's performing the ritual, and then she looks around, and then as everybody is just like puts their heads down, and she's the last one to kind of like do what she's told. She's just like, would it hurt to believe that there is hope in this world, or is hope another small death? And then she closes her eyes.
So can I add to that?
Yeah.
That before you close your eyes, you meet someone else's eyes across the circle. But it's Henry. It's the dog.
He's in
And
the circle.
he is somehow suspended over the center of the circle, kind of almost swaying like the trees are in the wind. And he just goes, shh, close your eyes, close your eyes, close That's
Yeah,
right.
and she goes, "This deal keeps getting worse all the time," and closes her eyes.
Great. And in your head, Kat, you hear this. Watch this.
Oh no!
And it's Henry's voice that says, "Watch this." So all of the eyes are closed, and Maxine begins to speak. And this feels like a lucid dream. If any of y'all have ever experienced a lucid dream, it's like your body is in one place, but your spirit is in another, whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
And you witness Henry kind of spinning in this circle. And as he spins, this beautiful white light encases him like a cocoon and wraps him up into this, like, well, cocoon. It's like a little croissant shape.
A puppy croissant.
And the top of it peels open.
Yeah.
Like a banana. And inside is this rather tall man with dark hair, mutton chops, and a prominent chin with a very prominent beard, standing there in a black suit. And he is spinning just like Henry was. And Maxine reaches out with her mind and says, "Who are you? Why do you haunt us so?" And the man looks at the spirits of all the cats, because you're asleep, right? And says, "3 of you have disturbed my home for the better. There are dark things afoot in the basement of my villa. Brooklyn is not safe anymore for cats, dogs, humans, anyone. Return to the home and put those 2 that were taken advantage of at rest." And he falls into the earth, and smoke kind of erupts in a total Houdini moment as he is pulled down through the earth. Maxine's eyes shoot open.
Yeah.
And she says, "What a prophetic vision we've had."
Who was that?
"I don't know, a 2-foot that must have some sort of awareness of what is happening. Speaking through dear Henry."
Cats being able to tap into the two-footers being able to tap into the astral plane? What are you talking about? That's crazy talk.
Well, who's to say if it is from Henry? I know Henry was very connected to the astral, to the psychic. He was a follower of the great Muchthra.
Go to jail.
Listen, it's in the
immediately.
Take it out with Joel.
Yeah.
Mr. Joel Sparks.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She kind of sits, it like pulls away from the circle, like where their paws are all kind of like just chilling because it's fine. But she not fine. And she says, "But then, do you think those who are taken advantage of, does he mean George and Henri, clearly? But we lost George. I mean, I have this," and she drops her little compass on the ground again. She says, "We might be able to find him, but I am concerned. Put at rest. I mean, certainly Henri seems to want to be reconnected with his body, but what does that mean for poor George, who has already suffered so much?"
If he's not with us anymore, then we don't have to worry. That's what we have to do. We have to, take care of his body and put him to rest. But if he's not dead, good for us. Good for us, But I don't think we should really make any sudden.
Well, they said
decisions right now.
two. It's not just find one, and that's never how these things work out, Pussyfoot. I know you are used to flying by the seat of your tail and seeing what happens on the streets, but this is never how these things work out. I mean, these stories, I've seen a lot of genre fiction on bitch's laptop, and I feel these 2 foots even are very tapped into, this feeling of destiny. When we are told things like they must be put at rest, there are 2. There are always 2.
There it is. We had to get it. Oh, man.
They mean it.
When we saw Henry's body at the wine cellar, where was the injury? Was it like
The injuries were kind of in his shoulders, if that makes like haunches on both ends, really, as
Love
if
a
he were
haunch.
nailed or pinned somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, based on what we know, does it seem possible that he's like dead, or he was just astral projecting? Because if he's trying to be
Make
reunited with
me-
his body,
Yeah, make
That makes me
me a
question.
kind of psychic roll. 2d6 pulls.
Oh boy, that's 1 success and 1 failure. Would I be the right cat
Alright.
for the job because it's a psychic thing or no?
It is, yeah, no.
Okay,
no,
then
you are.
that's
It's-
2
yeah,
things.
you're a tiger dreamer.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can assume that he was very dead. In fact, you
Okay.
saw him when you closed.
Yeah. You put
Right.
him at
Or did
rest.
Cat? Did Cat close?
Because there was
it was
on the
it was
way.
Papa.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we were passing into
So-
it, I did the
Right.
whole little blessing ceremony thing.
Yeah. So you had a moment where you saw into his eyes and you felt in your soul
Yeah.
that he was quite past.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's quite past,
Mhm.
tuned in enough to know how to be like, "Boo-ba-doo,
just-
avenge me."
He wants his body. He wants his body to be recollected. Who knows what they could be doing with it? Something is not right in that house. We have to go back.
So
It's that-
Henry was
wait.
there before. He's one of 2 people that we know that have been bothered. So is George the.
Is this when I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is this the house or the catacombs that we're supposed to be returning to?
Catacombs?
The
wine
like
cellar.
underground area that we went to.
Yeah.
Is it it's
Oh,
the house
the
that
wine
we're-
cellar. It's the villa. Yeah.
the villa
Okay.
is the thing
The
that's
wine
under
cellar. Yeah.
the okay, great.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry. I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah, no, there's a basement and then there's I understand. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
subterranean. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yes, the one he was referring to, the vision was referring to the place in Prospect Park.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
So we must go there. We must find George, and we must find out what happened to those other puppies. Dogs. I don't feel for them.
Do you still have that compass?
Yes, she like scoots it across the ground. She already put it out on the ground a little bit ago.
Great. So when you put the compass out, it
Yeah.
spins 3 times
Yeah.
as it always does and points in what you understand is the
Yeah.
direction of Prospect Park.
Yep. Well, there's only one thing to do. We have to go. Every moment we spend here is a moment we could be helping George.
That
Let us make haste. Though hurrying is not something I enjoy. And I pull up the rear.
Right.
She starts bounding.
I love watching cats bound. It's cute. So, Cotton Ball, are you also bounding to the park?
I don't bound. I strut.
All right, so you strutting. Oh, she's strutting. So Cotton Ball, you join your comrades as
I
you.
love the idea that we're like, yes, we must do this thing, and in the back, Cotton Bell is like, why should I worry? Why should I care? Like,
Oh my
Little spotlight, music.
So good. So you make your way to the Prospect Park entrance that you exited earlier today. And you walk along the path that you now know. And the same feeling of dread sinks into your bones as you walk towards the house. under which you saw some terrible things. And you approach the house, everything in there looks dark, but there is a small flicker of light in the top window at the far right of the house. What do?
So we've been in the cellar before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
And the
yeah,
cellar
wine
door
cellar.
is still open for
It
you.
is still open. Okay.
Want to- yeah.
Well,
We
let's-
never fully went down to the lower part of that cellar.
Yeah, we just got
So
out.
that's unexplored as well.
And there's got to be a way in to the cellar.
Wait,
From...
the lower part of the cellar?
I thought it was because there was the first steps leading into it, and then there was another set of steps.
I
Later
thought we
on.
had the fight.
Steps leading out. So your vision, is that what you're talking about, Thimbleball?
No, I thought, yeah. So yes, it was the vision when it like went up, and I
Yeah.
saw that the dogs were being possessed by something.
So another set of stairs going up.
So there are two sets of stairs in the
There are
cellar.
two sets of stairs. You have gone to the furthest level down, but
Okay.
there is
Okay.
another staircase that
So
leads
let's
elsewhere.
on the far side.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it leads up,
Okay.
not down. Good.
Let's go up.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Great. So as you go down the stairs, it is dark in there. It's not lit, as it were. You pass down the stairs. You notice the small pools of blood that are still on the steps as you walk down. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. You see the lifeless bodies of Snagglebutt and Starling laid on the dirt floor of the wine cellar.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
On the way back, I would love to try and put them to rest.
Yeah, same.
Cool. And you enter into this large room that's full of stock, full of wine and
Broken
jams
wine
and figs
bottles and
jellies.
stuff like that on the ground.
And
actually, yeah.
Yes, there are. So
Yeah.
be careful about where you step.
Yeah, she's gonna carefully pick her way through all of that in the way that cats do, where you're like, you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna step on something, but they never do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They never do.
Great. So as you pass the bodies, you see a glimmer of light kind of far above you in the, like, if you're looking at a corner, it's where the ceiling meets the wall.
From the windows to the wall.
But
That's
there
right,
is a
yeah.
small, there's a small glimmer of light and a trellis. The trellis is full of these, it's ivy, but it's rotten off. So
Okay,
maybe
that answers my
somebody has discarded this trellis inside.
Yeah.
Littered around the floor are gardening tools and packets of seeds and all of these things that should be bringing new life but are stuck here,
Right.
rotting.
The light is coming from what looks like the corner of the room or the top of the stairs.
So the how do I describe this? So sorry. So where the ceiling meets the wall. So it's like as if the wall wasn't built high enough and there's a little bit of a crack where the ceiling peeks through.
My last apartment.
Or
Yeah,
where the
totally
light
get
can
that.
peek through.
Right.
Yep, I get that.
Like the dorms in Lafayette.
Yep,
Lafayette.
absolutely.
Great.
I lived
NYU dorm that was
Nice.
just terribly designed.
It was not great.
It wasn't the best. Does that yellow seem like the same kind of yellow that we've seen before?
Yes, it's kind of a putrid yellow, but it's flickering, so it could be a number of things, but it's a flickering putrid yellow.
Let us proceed with caution. I approach the steps leading up.
Great. So there aren't steps. It's a
Oh.
trellis.
I'm sorry.
So you're gonna have to roll to acrobat up there.
I would love to try and get up there, and that's 2 successes.
Great.
Going up
So
this
you
trellis.
deftly climb through and kind of dodge the ivy as you're going up because it's dirty. You don't want to.
It is. No, we don't want that. Scratchy ivy.
And the kind of hole is big enough for you to stick your head through. So of course that means you're able to get your body through it because cats. So you wriggle on through. My two on the ground in the basement. Are y'all doing the same?
Yeah, she's gonna wriggle on through carefully and
Great. So both of you follow in the footsteps of Thimblepaw, so you don't need to roll for this. You watched very carefully like a cat. So you emerge into what smells like the inside of a pantry. There are your nose is kind of being assaulted by a bunch of different smells from different places, but the overall scent is musk and foliage, if that makes sense. It's like the smell of autumn.
yeah.
So you walk in and your paws touch on beautiful old carpeting with intricate designs on it. You look around and there are couches on one side that face the windows that look out into Prospect Park. There are a bunch of gas lamps in this room. Of course, nothing is lit. And it looks as if this was a place for two-footers.
Oh yeah.
A home that was once lived in,
I see
but then
that carpet.
was left.
I see that carpet, and I gotta get those claws in there.
So
Rip into it.
as you start clawing at the carpet,
Yeah. Can't help myself. I'm sorry. It's gotta
no,
happen.
it's great. You hear the sound of something being knocked over in the room adjacent. And you hear the sound of two human feet walking militaristically into the parlor room in which you are.
Scramble to hide.
Gotta hide.
Hide. Everybody roll to hide.
One success, one failure.
Two
Great.
successes.
1 success, 1 failure.
Great. So, Kat, you are able to slide under one of the couches. You encounter a lot of dust bunnies, but you're fine. Right, exactly.
Slides across the floor.
My two friends that rolled one failure
Oh no.
each. You have an option. One, you can approach the two-footer. Two, you can run to another room. There is another door from which the two-footer will not be entering. I'm going to give you this option.
Can I
Or-
can I re-roll with a treat?
Yeah, you can re-roll with a treat.
Can I re-roll with a treat, please?
As a treat.
Go. I'm going to
As
the
a
door.
treat, you can re-roll. Sorry,
Yeah.
Thimblepaw, did you say you go to the door?
Yeah.
Great.
2 successes now.
2 successes. Great. So you are able to slide under a couch that is right next to Cat. Thimblepaw, you kind of book it into the other room.
Yep.
You hear the footsteps following you as you go into the other room, but you are able to get in there first, which means you get to have a look around. You see a sea of dogs. Every single dog in the neighborhood, you even recognize some of them. Some of them came in with their two-footers to the tailor shop. And they're all sitting properly as if they've been told to sit, which is not for cats, of course. So already it's strange, but this is doubly strange that they are all being so incredibly obedient.
You cannot be bought so easily.
There is a flicker of light, that beautiful, nasty yellow, the entrancing, flickering light that brought you up here, is happening in the center of this kind of swarm of dogs, but you can't see exactly what it is.
Oh boy, is there any furniture in this room?
There is, yes. There is a large wardrobe, a 4-poster bed. It's a rather large room, so it looks like a master bedroom to you.
Yeah.
There's a 4-poster bed that still has the furnishings on it. They're rotting. in their very spot. It's as if somebody had just kind of pieced out and was, I don't know, raptured one day. And then, bye. And then there's a large wardrobe across from the bed.
Oh boy. Okay. There are no windows in this room.
There are windows. I'm so sorry. There are
Okay.
windows. It's the same side of the house, so it looks as if this house was built so that people could look out on Prospect Park West.
Okay. There wouldn't happen to be like a little, I don't know what they're called, but like, you know how porches have that little top canopy part? There's no
Right.
porch on this house, is there? Because well, no, we're still on the first floor, so never mind.
Yes, you are still on the first floor.
Okay. Would I be able, you know what? Humans coming behind me. I'm gonna go for the wardrobe and hide in there if I can.
Great. So you're gonna have to run through a couple of dogs to get there.
Oh boy. Oh god.
But you can roll, and I'm gonna give you a right cat for the job for this one because of
Thank
your
you.
awareness.
Thank you, he say.
Oh boy.
Ah, woo.
Success. So that gives me 2 successes total.
Great. So you are able to pass by a couple of dogs. You pass a corgi, a chihuahua, and a Weimaraner, let's say.
Mhm.
And the Weimaraner, funnily enough, you recognize from your vision. Do you remember the vision
One-
from
The vision where it was being possessed.
the vision where there was a yellow ribbon
Strand. Okay, the
Yeah,
ribbon.
that was wrapped in a caress around its neck?
Yes.
So you wriggle into the wardrobe. You knock over a few mothballs, but you're good. You're unscathed. And you hear the human walk into the room. And from the inside of the wardrobe, you see the human kind of just sit on the four-poster bed and look to the center of the room. In your head, you hear a growling. My friends, Cat and Cotton Ball, what do?
So like,
Scoob!
so we're in the other room. We don't know about the dogs.
No.
We only hear/see through this tiny little slit of light right under these couches, these boots. I want to try and peek out just a little bit from my hiding spot so I can see if I can see this person's eyes and if they are with it or if it's that same feeling I got from Bitch earlier.
Great,
Anyone
roll
tuning
me
in
a
now
notice.
is very confused.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, that's 2 6s. Does that mean something?
That is called Midnight. So, not only do you see the eyes, you see the entire person. This is Brian from the house in which you infiltrated.
Oh god.
She had bacon
slips back
before.
under, and she looks at Cotton Ball and she goes, "It's Brian. That son of a bitch."
And yes, his eyes look glazed.
Yeah. He is not, how you say, himself. I can't with my own accent right now.
I'm
It's
obsessed.
so good.
That's not
He is
good.
not how you say, himself.
That's not good at all.
Where is Thimblepaw? I did not see him.
He went to the other room.
Sacre bleu! We must do something.
There it is.
Yeah, I guess she's like, what do you? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No.
Cotton Ball.
I'm like, I was just thinking, we need distraction. We need something.
I can be very distracting. And she looks at the tables and she looks at the couches and she's like, I can be, some might say, distraction is my middle name.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
What's
and
your last name then?
I don't, it's just cat distraction. Pause for effect. That's it. Pause for effect is the last
Pause
name.
for effect.
Oh,
Yeah, pause for
yeah.
effect.
Pause. Perfect. Love it.
I can't.
Amazing.
I can't.
Okay,
So she is going to say, make this one count. And she is going to jump, like scream at a speed outside from this couch and just begin zoomies. The most destructive zoomies. She's looking for vases she can shatter. She's just chaos incarnate. Anything that looks expensive, throw it on the ground.
Great. Roll 2d6. 1, you are the right cat for the job, so 1 is automatically a success.
All right, a 3 and a 6, so 2 successes.
Great. So you easily zoom right on out of there and knock directly into a coffee table, which knocks over a vase, which knocks over a plant that was very dead, and knocks over a bunch of other things. Glass falls to the ground. And you hear the distinct sound of as 3 dogs enter into the room.
Yeah.
They come in from the way Thimblepaw left.
Thimblepaw, I will avenge your death. And she is just going to prepare for battle.
Great. So, Cotton Ball.
Shink!
Cotton Ball,
Cotton
what
Ball.
do you?
What does Cotton Ball do? Oh, golly gee. Oh, okay. So, I think we need more of a distraction. I'll go. And he's gonna dash out from underneath the couch and catch their attention. The dogs' attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And
Roll me a look at me check.
Roll me over here, you filthy animals.
Yeah. And
Check.
I think you're gonna get,
I'm
because
Mr.
you're a
Cotton Ball, look
pussyfoot,
at me.
because you're a pussyfoot, you're gonna get right cat for the job dice for this.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is 2 successes then.
Great. So you get these 3 dogs attention, and they turn their snouts towards you, and then you can see their eyes glowing this yellow, this nasty yellow that seems to be haunting you. They
Gross.
slowly approach,
Oh boy.
and under the breath of one of these dogs, who is a dachshund, it's very small, but he has a really deep voice.
Oh.
He's, you
Hey.
hear, do not trespass in the sacred grounds of the Tom and Yellow feline.
Well, I'm sorry. Am I trespassing on these hallowed grounds? What if I start to make biscuit on them? You know, just sort of
Yeah.
knead the ground a little bit. Is that too much for you?
Boof! No! And he's like starts barking, but he's saying no. No!
So small.
And he's so small. And a large golden retriever that is next to him says, Thomas, please. We are but vessels, dear felines. You have neglected us. Well, me. And his mouth opens and locusts fall out, and you hear the sound of many pattering paws
yeah.
rounding the corner into the
Okay.
Rounding the corner?
room.
It-
Coming in the room. Yeah.
Go ahead,
shoot.
Parker. Did you have something in mind?
Well, I was hoping I would dash for the exit and draw
You
them
can.
out. Oh, I can? They're not.
Would you
they're-
like to?
Yes, please. And draw.
There
draw
are
them
2
out.
doors from which you came, and then where Thimblepaw went.
Great.
So yes.
From whence I came, as long as just to be clear for my theater of the mind,
Mhm.
all those the people who are coming into the room, are they will we intersect? Does that make sense?
Theater of mind. So
Yeah.
picture this. You came out from that hole. That is your first door
Yeah.
into the room.
Hmm.
There is this room that you've entered into, and then there's another door. That is where Thimblepaw went into the master bedroom.
Mhm.
The dogs came out of the master bedroom and into the parlor where you are.
Great.
Yeah.
Then
There
I'm
is
going.
one other door.
then I am going to let them chase me out of the house. I'm gonna make a dashing
Okay,
exit
okay.
so Cat can have more free reign.
Yeah.
Great. So if you're dashing, roll me 2d6, please.
2d6, 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 2d6.
2d6.
That is a success and a failure.
Okay.
So you start running as quickly as you can out the door opposite where Thimblepaw came. You come into a little kitchen area and a dining room, but it's difficult to find the exit to this house. It seems to have been, I don't know, hidden from you.
Huh. Weird.
So as soon as you exit and you think you're about to come to a new room, you enter into the master bedroom, which is just where you were. And you keep going in circles, and it's this strange thing of chasing your tail around this house.
I hate that I don't have object permanence.
Oh, yeah. Sucks.
Cat is going to take this moment of distraction to throw the compass down on the ground and put her paws on it to see which direction it points.
Great. So that points into the bedroom in which Thimblepaw is hiding.
So she waits. It's just like Fall Guys. You gotta wait for the moment sometimes. Sometimes it's not all about acting. You gotta wait for your moment to jump. And so she waits for the rhythm of the chase, like that's going round and round in circles through this strange planar portal or whatever, and waits for the second time that Cotton Ball passes, now that she can judge how long it is, and dashes into the room in the direction of the pointing compass.
Great.
Thimblepaw.
So you run into the room and say, Thimblepaw. Thimblepaw, you hear Cat from the right side, from the outside of your wardrobe, saying your name.
What do I see? What do I see in the room? Are all the dogs, did they all leave? What's going on?
There are, good question, there are about 5 dogs that have remained in the room.
Mm-hmm.
The others are currently chasing your dear friend around the house, and you see Cotton Ball every once in a while whip around the corner with, all of the dogs, probably about
with all their new friends.
6 of them following, 7 of them following.
Oh, man.
As he goes in circles.
I poke my head out and I say, Cat, Cat, where are you?
Where are you?
Where am I? Oh, no, that's a good point. Hold on. Wait for Cotton Ball to pass.
Yeah.
Can I see George from here? Not George. Can I see Henry from here?
Henry?
They can't.
Ooh.
Yeah, where is Henry? We still haven't seen Henry's body.
If the compass was pointing to the master bedroom and we're both here.
Oh, you mean George, right?
I'm sorry.
Do you mean Henry or George?
I'm so sorry. Oh, man.
This is what happens when you give animals human names. They're impossible to tell apart.
Map Cat. Map Cat.
Map Cat.
We're looking for George. George of the Jungle.
George. Okay, yes. George the Jungle Cat.
Yeah.
Do I see George here?
Well, funny you should ask that, because George rolled really well. And you see George suspended over the ground, his tail barely touching the very ornate and very rotting carpet as he rises in the center of the room. Would you like to take any actions? You can keep going.
I would love to.
So I can see this too, or okay, go ahead.
Can I do like a psychic reach out, try and be like, no, come back down, don't leave?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a psychic roll? 2d6, please.
That's 2 successes.
Hey.
Great. So you see in your mind's eye George trapped in this small cardboard box with holes poked in it so that he can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's like the box that you were brought home from the pet store in, and you hear him mewling out in pain, in agony, saying, "Get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him!" And your eyes shoot open, as you see him rising above. He falters a little bit and starts falling to the floor slowly.
Do I see what was pulling at him?
You see nothing. It's as if he were floating.
Oh boy. I look over at Cat and it's like, any idea?
Does he seem like himself again, or?
He crumples to the ground. You
You
don't really get a good look at his face.
Yeah, she leaps on him the same way like a cat might leap on you to be like, get up, but not like she's not trying to attack. Like she's just like with pressure putting her feet on him.
Great.
Wake up.
So his eyes kind of slowly open and they look normal. He looks tired and says, "Where am I?"
You're still here in the park, in the mansion.
We have to get out of here.
Yes.
So as he says this, the dogs, 5 of them,
Yeah.
start closing
Converging, yeah.
in. Their muzzles open, and you all hear this echoing voice say, "Welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my reawakening." And George once more is brought up into the ceiling, up
No.
into the sky, as he begins rising once more.
Cat's
Cotton Ball, this
Sorry,
voice
go ahead.
even touches you as you are running in circles. You hear this voice. Would you like to do anything?
Thank you for the invite, but I think I'll pass on this. I gotta get them off my tail. So, I like to think
So,
that.
do you want me to tell you a little about the map, the route that
Yes.
you're taking?
Yeah,
Please.
Great. So, it's hard. Theater of the mind.
it's hard.
So sorry.
It's hard sometimes.
So, you are running from the parlor to the kitchen. So, in the parlor, that's where you and Kat were.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 couches, a couple of tables, one of which has been tossed over. There are 2 large windows that face out into the park. There are rotting curtains on the windows. There are a couple of gas lamps on some of the tables, haven't been lit in many, many, many years. And then if you go into the next room, you hit the kitchen. The kitchen is tiled, beautiful tile floors, very well preserved in here. There are a couple of scorch marks on the oven that kind of smell strongly to you. There is a large kitchen island, a couple of tools, like 2-footer tools for kitchenry, hanging above the island in kind of a metallic industrial looking, what do you call that, rack. There is a small pantry, and then once you go through the kitchen, you go into the dining room. There is a long dining table in this very lavish room. There are large portraits of different family members on the walls around you, with accompanying little plaques. There is a large chandelier in the middle. Sorry, I'm thinking in my mind. Large chandelier in the middle. There's a large carpet rug that is very ornate as well and very rotting underneath the dining room table. You pass a bathroom on the way back to the bedroom, and that is your circle of the downstairs.
Great. In the kitchen, I'm gonna see if I can hide somewhere near the oven because it
Great.
has such a strong scent.
Yeah, roll to hide.
Hell yeah. That is 1 success, 1 failure.
All right. So you see that there is a cabinet kind of hanging off its hinges a little bit. It'll offer you some concealment, but you won't be completely concealed. So you're able to kind of weasel your way inside. There are a couple of cockroaches in there, but you've dealt with worse. So you weasel yourself in, and the dogs keep circling until a couple of them peel off and don't come back into the kitchen. And then it seems as if they have started to wander about the house trying to find you.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Nice.
Great. Back
Cat,
to...
seeing George rise into the air in front of them and seeing all these dogs, she's got her hackles up again, like her curved back and the ruffling of the fur, and it's kind of like jittering a little bit, the way that like they kind of move their skin when they're agitated. And she hisses out at the cats and at the dogs, and then she is going to try and leap for the bed, and then make another big leap to try and grab and knock George out of the center of the room where he is levitating.
Great. So let's roll twice. Let's get you on the bed first.
Yeah. Okay. That's a success and a failure.
Great, but you have an automatic success as you are the cat acrobat. So you make it to the bed.
Yeah.
It creaks as you land on it. Brian is a little freaked out, but then kind of just zones out once more. It's like he's just looking into the nothingness.
Brian, please, not now. No. And
Brian,
I also imagine when she lands, there's like a puff of dust. You know what I mean?
Oh,
because
for sure.
It's all like rotting. And then she launches herself upwards again. Oh, that's 2 failures. Ugh, you hate to see it.
That's
I guess it's
an
a success.
embarrassing success.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have your automatic success as you are a cat acrobat, but you got 2 failures on the die, which means it's an embarrassing success. So tell me how you embarrassingly tackle George to the ground.
Okay.
If you want. I can also say something.
I
but...
feel like the most embarrassed I ever see my cat is when she thinks she's going to succeed at something and then gets like stuck to it because I never trim her nails because I'm bad. And then she freaks herself out. So she hooks her little knife talons into George's collar and like drags him down. And then when she's gonna like leap off of him to kind of like see like what the situation is, she's kind of stuck and her arm gets all like twisted around and she's just stuck. And she's like now freaking out about that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So George is addled for a moment as you knock him out of the air and bring him to the ground. And then as you kind of shake him a couple of times with your claws stuck in his collar, his eyes glow that gold again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And goes, I'm almost here. Do wait for me, sweet cat. And out of George's mouth comes this tongue. This long, forked tongue that wraps itself around your head. Oh, do you want me to stop?
No,
Are you
no,
okay?
I was joking. I was just like, do not want. We don't.
Okay,
we
great.
should come up with a way to do that, though.
Yeah.
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 I always thought it was this. We should talk about this.
Yeah, we should talk about that. No, that's fine. I'm fine. Thank you for checking, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So this long forked tongue wraps around your head.
Oh God, I want that to be attached to my body.
Yeah. And
as one might.
Yeah.
If they had a head.
It kind of sticks like a Velcro, like cats' tongues
Oh my
are.
God, I hate
And
it.
it sticks into your fur in this very forceful caress, just kind of like.
Yeah. So she's just
Thimblepaw,
caught
you're
all up
seeing
in
this.
Seeing that, I would love to just be like, Bast, what you got for me, honey? Because this is some fucked up shit. Can I just like channel the ancients if I can? And
So
just...
yeah, no, you can roll to channel the ancients for me.
Oh boy, a success and a failure.
Okay, so you see in your mind these dogs circling this single cat in the room. The cat isn't George. It is this large, yellow, sickly looking skin and bones, one-eyed cat. And as you think of this, he looks to you, and you see, for a brief moment, a way in to his mind. And inside, there is fear, and there is self-obsession and the need for worship. And that's what your one success gets you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cthulhu!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You done been Thulu'd.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay.
It's all very esoteric.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
so sorry.
No, I love it. That is mwah. Can I help get the tongue off the head?
Yeah, you can. Roll
I would
to
love to help
remove
with that.
tongue.
Roll to remove tongue.
Are
What
you
a
doing
world.
this violently or non-lethally?
Does
let's
Cat
say?
seem to be in pain?
Cat is not excited about her head being wrapped in a
Essentially,
tongue.
yeah, essentially she's grappled.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to draw blood, but I am
Mhm.
trying to break this.
Great.
I have 1 success, 1 failure.
Great. So you are able to kind of push George
Mhm.
away from Cat, and it sort of unravels, but he still has a little bit of a hold on her.
Yeah.
You get the
Mhm.
idea that if you do this one more time, then he might
Yeah.
budge. Cotton Ball, my sweet, you are stuck in this cupboard. It seems as if sentry patrols of dogs, 2 at a time, come through in kind of a circular wave in a pattern. You hear them going, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. We're gonna find you.
Can I be all stealthy and head to the master bedroom?
You absolutely can. Roll me some dice.
Can't guarantee you're gonna like it in here.
Yeah.
We still haven't found Henry's body.
Henry's
yet.
body, yeah.
Well, you
Uh,
didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Two
We just
successes.
we haven't found it yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry, what'd you say?
2 successes.
Oh, great. So you do beautifully. Tell me how you stealth back into the master bedroom, cotton ball style.
Cotton ball style. So it includes a lot of like moving a little bit and then going into an alcove and just disappearing,
Mm-hmm.
and then crawling out from
So many
underneath
little
the,
twinkle toes.
yeah, exactly. Crawling from underneath a space way too small for him to fit in, so he's like, "Ugh," and he's just like, he's not the best or most artful stealther, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
but like he gets the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
So you kind of almost like stick to the wall as you come into the master bedroom, as you see George with a large forked tongue wrapped around your dear friend Cat. And then you see Thimblepaw deftly jump and kind of swat part of the tongue away and off of her. You see that there are now 3 dogs stationed in the room in kind of a semicircle around George, and that Brian is sitting on a rotted bed, seemingly staring off into the distance. 2-footers.
Those
Yeah,
pesky 2-footers.
Should. I'm debating whether or not I should shove or hurt George.
It's up to you.
Because, I'll try to draw a little blood.
Get that
Okay.
blood, that good blood.
Draw some blood. Roll
He's a
2d6s.
He's a street cat. He'd draw blood. Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it snake
What'd you
eyes?
roll?
Double failure.
No.
Ooh. So that's
Okay.
a snake eyes moment, my friend.
Hit me.
So, you can also describe this if you want to describe your
Horrific
bad
failure.
luck. So as you go to rip George off of your friend Cat, a back claw of George seems to grow long out of his foot as if it's a talon belonging to a large bird of prey, and it snags you in the back and pulls you towards him. So now there's a double grapple happening.
Happily grapple.
It's a happy grapple, and you are injured.
No,
dear friend.
I'm injured.
You're injured.
No.
I'm injured.
Small injured.
Oh no.
All right. Is it? Am I up? Is it me? Is it somebody else? I don't know.
Yes. Thimblepaw, it is your turn, and then Cat.
I think it would have been Cat because I went after. Because I.
Oh,
went
I'm
just
so
now.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. So I'm still grappled.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to, with her, because she is the knife claw.
Yes.
And she is just going to try and rip through this tongue, the little bit that's attached to her to get free.
Great. Roll to rip. Let her rip.
All right. A success and a failure, but that would be 2 successes.
2 successes for Red
Okay.
Cat for the job. So you are able to rip him off of you. You don't rip his tongue really.
Yeah.
There might be a little cut, but it's mostly just the force of
Yeah.
ripping him off of you that
She does
takes
like
him
the back
flying.
leg kicks. Yeah.
The little bunny kicks.
Yeah.
And you send him flying across the room. He lands on his feet and kind of contorts his head in a way that you have seen before.
Yeah.
His eyes glow yellow, and he says, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." But it is Thimblepaw's turn.
Oh man. Okay. Well, now seeing that Cotton Ball is the only one grappled now, I would love to try and break that grapple.
Great, dude.
That's a success and that's a failure.
Great. So you are able to ungrapple your dear friend, and he kind of falls a little bit in a ragdoll pile next to you. Cotton Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But that's okay. All right.
I'm gonna
What?
go.
Nothing.
I'm gonna go for a stun.
All right. Try and stun him.
We gotta find this dog body.
Mm.
I'll handle that on my next trick.
2
Let's die.
successes.
Great. How do you want to do that?
So Cotton Ball falls on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, "Thanks, old man." And then he's going to. I feel like he's gonna like jump off the side of a box and like bap him like a flying bap.
Great. Yeah. So you see a little embroidered hat box next to the wardrobe that Thimblepaw was hiding in earlier, and you deftly jump off of that and bap him right on the snoot.
No.
George kind of stumbles back and hits the wall a little bit. He's injured. You can tell that there is a break in his bravado as he turns his head again in the opposite direction, a little too far, and starts to lunge towards you, Cotton Ball, with a claw out. The big one.
The big one, in case you were wondering.
Oh no.
Great. So he grabs onto your tail and shreds a little bit of the fur away from your fluffy tail.
It's a little
You
less
have
fluff.
2 injuries
Oof.
and are unable to attempt physical or non-physical challenges at this point.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm
Okay.
disabled.
Things are getting scary.
Is it is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Can I try and smell for the stink of dog? Like dead
You can.
dog. The stink of dead
Yeah.
dog, to be clear. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. That's 2 successes.
Great. So you pick up the scent of this dead dog, it has a feeling of that same mustardy yellow in your mind. And it's a smoke trail for you that curls
A cartoony
exactly. It totally is.
Yeah.
That curls exactly from whence you came, down through the hole in the wall and up the stairs. The smoke trail brings you to look up where the beagle is, on the stairwell.
On where the beagle is on, and I'm sorry, from where
In
I
the
am
basement.
now. Okay, so the dog is still there, so he's still there. His body is still there, but we just couldn't see it before.
You didn't look on the way down.
Yeah, but okay. But what I'm
that's right,
saying
we
is, when we left this place the first time, the beagle was no longer there.
Yep.
But now it's back. Gross. Okay. I'm
I'm
not
so
worried about.
sorry.
But no, it's fine. I don't know. The madness comes for people in all shapes and sizes. So she. Okay, so that's pretty much my turn. I think, right? I can't like take a bap at him.
That is
Okay,
your
that's
moment.
my action.
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah.
movement.
That is
That's
your
it.
action.
Yeah. So she kind of.
Yeah, you can prep to run,
Yeah.
or you can prep to.
I'm gonna get ready to bap.
Great.
Just in case.
Thimblepaw.
I'm gonna channel the Sabertooths and
Great.
attack.
Yeah.
Channel those saber-tooths. What'd you get?
That's 2 failures.
Dex, no! I can't.
Ooh.
Is this
So-
gonna be the first channel TPK where it's all cats? Is that
might be.
Not.
okay? Could be.
Oh no.
I hope not.
I hope.
Well, so spitting, the embodiment of George. We can't call
Yeah.
him George because that's not George. He reaches out as you come for him, and he dodges out of the way, getting a slash at your back.
Ah.
You are also now disabled. 2 injuries, or is that
Oh,
your first
God.
That's my
injury?
first one.
Okay, so you are injured.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. This is
Wonderful.
fine. This is fine.
He slashes at you. Cotton Ball, you are able to communicate to your party if you want to
Yeah.
say something or ask for something. Now is the time.
I'm going to use a treat to regain, or to get rid of 1 injury.
Great. Do so.
So
You can now
Cotton Ball's-
move.
Cotton Ball like stands up, his paws all shaky, and he's like, "I can do this all day.
Oh,
You ain't,
a sweet boy.
you ain't nothing but just a trumped up pussycat."
Ha. Wonderful. You can also make I'm going to count that as your move action. You can now attack
Yeah.
if you would like.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I would definitely want to. I'll do a hurt.
Do a hurt. Roll to hurt.
Oh, buddy.
What a hurt.
2 successes.
Dang. All right, so that is midnight. So what you
Oh no, it
how do you
wasn't 2 6. It wasn't 2 6s. It was 2 successes.
Oh, 2 successes. I thought you said 6s. You still
not
do a very good job. That's quite good. Way to
You're
go.
a good cat.
So what were you aiming to do?
Gosh, I think Cotton Ball's just gonna go straight and charge, and it's more so like a game of chicken.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if he goes to charge, then he's gonna be just a fraction of a second too late on the attack. Like, that's all
Great.
it is. Like, he doesn't know exactly what his plan is. He's just going in.
Great.
Striking.
Bull rush.
Yeah.
Great. So you hit George's cheek, let's say, his face, and he falls to the ground. The dogs that had been standing very still also slump to the ground. It's silent in the room until you hear a sharp intake of breath from Brian. What the fuck? And he like looks around and kind of like rubs his eyes and sinks back onto the bed in kind of a faint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The wee babe.
Is George for sure deadsies?
You've knocked him out.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
good.
dying, so we got to take him to
He's
a cat
dying,
hospital.
yes.
Yeah. Can we give him
Mhm.
one of our treats?
There's nothing about that in the book, but I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Kat's gonna mimicking the good goods that she received earlier. She's gonna be like she's gonna skitter up next to George and see how all of this seems to. They've seen enough of these creatures that have been taken over by this force, kind of coming in and out of it, to I think put together the signs of the dogs all slumping and Brian waking up. And so she is just going to like just rub against his cheek with her head, just trying to, the same way that she, would want to receive pets, like give him that good,
Great.
strong, reassured petting.
He wakes up and kind of blinks at you, and for a second his eyes look that same murky gold,
Yeah.
but then they go back to his green, his little swampy green eyes.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and can't really speak. He's unable to say what he wants to.
Well,
Let's
his
say.
tongue is shredded, so I'm not surprised. No, I'm kidding. We do a shred. And Kat, Kat just keeps like nuzzling George, and she says, "Come on, we have to go. We should not stay here. We must report to the council."
Great. So
She's gonna.
He stands
tell them-
up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't
he
realize.
stands up like no, it's okay. I missed something. He stands up kind of weakly and follows you wherever you go.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
She indicates to the other. She's like, "I smelled Henri, the way we came, where he first was. I think if we go there, we might be able to get him and put him to rest."
Certainly hope so. I
Yes.
wouldn't want that guy to stay I wouldn't want him to stay here longer than he has to, you know?
Yeah. She's gonna dart down that. She has to see if he's there, because she knows she saw that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
She literally began this episode by looking up at a ceiling where there was no dog. So she has to know if she's crazy. Yeah. So she's just like a little black bolt
Great.
of shadow.
Do you follow Cotton Ball and Thimble Paw?
Yes, I follow.
I'll pick up the rear as I want to, just like, because I am a long hair cat and I would have been shedding all over the place as I'm passing through places. I imagine, the thin strands of fur, much like thin strands of fabric and string and such that I'm used to. So I'd love to just kind of have those be like psychic waypoints to try and add a barrier to just get a feel for anything messed up here as I'm heading back. Just kind of like extend Fatar's influence here a bit, if I can.
I think what you could do the roll of 3 smelly things here.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you have a psychic version of that, and that might be what this fur is. This is your version of marking a spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark this house.
Great. So Cotton Ball, you follow Cat. George is right on your tail. And Thimble Paw, you leave, hearing the kind of deep breaths of Brian on the table and the sleepy pants of dogs on the floor as you follow your dear friend.
Excellent.
Yeah. She gets to the cellar, and is it the dead of is it the dead of night? Is it dawn? Like, what time is it?
It is no, it's still nighttime,
Okay.
so it's not yet sunrise. It's probably for human all intents and purposes. It's probably around like 4 a.m. ish. So you've been in there quite a while.
Yeah, so she she, in that way that like the dark of night, but it's the outside in the city, right? So there's some kind of like, street lamps and things like that light the park. Is looking, the camera pans down
and you see a small shadow begin to emerge from the shadows in this kind of long shot up the stairs with these very stark, angular shadows coming down the stairs as she begins to push up towards that just hope of light up at the top of the stairs. And she comes to the spot where she remembered smelling the blood and seeing the blood dripping and pooling, and she looks down at the ground and slowly wills her eyes to look up to see what she sees.
You see the mangled body of your beagle friend, but there's something shimmering about him. There's something hopeful in his eyes, which are still shut open, even though Thimblepaw, you remember closing them. And a voice that is not Henry's speaks out of his being, and you hear, "I propose a union, my children of Fatar, for I, Mutthra, am here to take you in. Thank you for bringing me back." And you feel this whoosh come from the doorway behind, or I guess above you.
Yeah.
As what you can only sense as scent of dog, of Henry, wafts through and places itself onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
As the beagle's body floats to the ground, and Henry shakes his head and goes, "Oh, hi.
Henri?
Well, in there."
Nice.
Henri?
Nice.
Is it real? All right.
Is that okay if we end there, my friend?
Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. Okay, well, as per usual, I think we'll be back for a short after-show chat. We are just going to go run to the bathroom really quick. We will be right back. Please don't leave. We're happy to answer any questions about the system, about our lives, about our cats, all of it when we return right after these messages.
This commercial break.
Bye.
With that, nonsense shall begin.
I can do it. Here's the deal.
I gave up Christ for the midwife fucking. No, okay, no, let's not. All right, let's calm down.
Not ponytails or cottontails, yeah, ducktails. Woo! We're leaving the area.
If I leave the chest with you and then I make it and then you don't, then what fool are we?
Well, but then the chest will be right there, and you will have lost nothing.
But you'll be dead. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Just a quick little run through the door and nothing more. Everything's fine, I am fine, and you are fine.
These poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron crying, "Spells, earth the please," and I help them. Yes, I do.
Are you with me, mateys?
Arr.
Arr. All right, once more with feeling.
Once more with feeling.
I'm just gonna run up the stairs and have some fun, and then you'll be on the run behind me, and it will be fine.
Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. Oh, but then, as my life has been altered once, it can change again.
Restore power. Ah! Fuck me, Jesus Christ! All right.
That's 33 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, put your little mouth away. Put your little mouth away! second.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Moose! Moose! You're so cute!
Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything is fine, and ultimately the end of this game will be mine.
All right, let's do it.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this! Oh my god, I hate this! I've never seen this before and I hate it! Ah! That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No, no. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ! Failing stuff and everything is good, cause I act real tough. Everything will be fine at sea.
I just want to know you to know that I love
my
that.
friends- Yeah? Everything's fine, everything's fine. Everything's fucking fine, cause this is gonna be the last time. We're gonna do it this time, yeah. Fine, everything's fine.
Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me who loves to go into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown.
And we returned. I was like, and return. Let me know if for some reason the background music is a little too heavy on the bass, but I have tried to balance it with a little careful guesswork. Wow.
Ooh.
How was that for everybody? Helena, well done. Thank you for agreeing to do this. Literally, this is I'm gonna out you because we
That's
only
fine.
knew we were doing this 25 minutes before we had to actually do it, and even then it was kind of less than that because then we knew that we had to
Yeah.
come up with something else to do about 25 because Miles sustained an injury about 25 minutes before showtime, and it was a little chaotic, but we all came together and we were like, okay, Miles needs to take care of himself, that's fine, what do we do? And Helena was like, I can do
Cats?
this. And I was like, you don't have to do this, Helena. And she was like, I can do it. And so we did. And I'm honestly like, thank you. Number one, thank you for doing that. Thank you. Hero of the channel and the show, Helena. So thank you. How was it to go in like that?
Oh, I don't recommend that.
I do not recommend.
That was so incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Because okay, so the reason I thought that I could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed
Yeah.
it. But,
I did.
in the first session that we had, we got about like halfway.
Right. So you're like,
where
I got
thought
another
we would.
episode in there.
And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I can just like use the prep that I had for the last time for this one. That's fine. I mean, there's like 3 things that I need to look up, but like those won't come up. They immediately did. And of course.
What were they?
I don't want to say just in case
Oh,
you
just in
wanna
case
play
it comes up. Yeah.
Right.
again. If that's okay.
Yeah, please.
That's fine.
But they had to do with Henry and Brian, let's say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those things like kind of immediately came up. We like played out episode 1, I guess, about halfway through this episode. So I
And then you were like, I don't know, go back to the house, see what happens. See?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, like that's where it was gonna go.
Yeah.
But that's where I had ended it last time.
Yeah. I think it made a lot of sense. Like, I think it, not to like blow smoke up your butt, but like madness is about thinking that one thing is the truth and then discovering that another thing is the truth. So realizing you have to go back into a place that's terrifying, right? Like nothing was more terrifying than in the Roanoke series of American Horror Story when they had to go back to the house, which I was like, no one would ever do that. If you had that awful haunting experience, why would you go back to the house on the eve of a blood moon? Why would you do that? You know, so that's very specific to that show, I realize. But but here, you know, very similar. Go ahead, Parker.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when you were describing it, it reminded me of the house in It, where like it's connected to the sewer and therefore connected to its lair.
Yeah.
Like just like
yeah.
going
Oof.
back into that, you know,
Why
we
would you do
know
it?
all things lead to the Knickerbocker house, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just take a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
was- that was
joy
hard.
in being my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It's
I mean-
frankly hard to describe.
Because role playing is the best part of any role playing tabletop game.
Yeah.
Really, like just creating a character and like inhabiting it and like seeing what the impulses inside you mean for the character when they
Yeah.
manifest physically.
Yeah, I mean, I get so angry at my cat and her destructive tendencies that it was almost like very therapeutic. I was just talking to
Yeah.
Miles about this the other day, that who's our GM for our Starfinder show that we're typically running at this time. I was talking to him the other day about the fact that I'm just so at my wit's end about my cat just wanting to destroy everything at a constant rate. I just can't stop it from happening. It makes me absolutely insane. So there is something about getting to like inhabit that and just be like, I can't help it. I have to destroy. I know that's just me anthropomorphizing my cat, and she probably is still an asshole. But like, I guess Cat is also still an asshole. So yeah,
We
it's
all
very
are in
interesting.
the end.
Yeah.
You're all
Haha,
baby.
in the end, we're all assholes.
Ah,
It's true.
Fear the starfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all
there's
have
a lot
such
of
clear
joy.
characters.
Yeah, I love how specifically different we each are. To your point, I think it's interesting having made such choices in who we're going to be, what classes we're going to do. And I mean, frankly, I definitely need to play a druid because they're my favorite class, and I've never actually played one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm just like, wow, it's so
so
much fun
good.
just fucking being a cat.
Yeah, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
And then you throw in like cat magic on top of that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, bitch, yes, that is zesty.
yeah. And it says in the sacred text, the Necronomicon,
Mhm.
that all cats have a connection to this like psychic,
Yeah.
astral, spiritual thing. So
Yeah.
I enjoy the fact that I'm able to be like, okay, you all have this vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I think is nice because whenever I'm not playing a mystical character,
I just
in
want a piece of it.
D&D, I always am just like I
Yeah.
want some of the weird spooky stuff. Like I love smashing things and causing
Yeah, love
damage,
that,
but like
I want the weird
give me some of those.
spookies.
Yeah,
Give those mystical vibes. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get that,
Yes.
totally.
a morsel of spooky. But yeah, I enjoy that about this game.
Yeah.
I think
And it does go to show you that as stressful as it can be to just kind of like show up and be like, okay, we're gonna go with it, that it is possible. Because I do find that people I think this is what makes these simple systems sing the most, is the fact that, yeah, you didn't teach us this game tonight, right? But
Yeah.
you could make a discernible story happen without having to worry too much about balance or anything else, right? Like, we were you just made it work, right? Story-wise. We all just came together and made a story happen. And I think that as much as I love, Dungeons and Dragons, and when we play Starfinder, like the level of crunch in those systems and in, like Shadowrun and stuff like that can be a lot, and it's really great. But this is just so easy to just say, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
yeah.
Because all I really have to think about in my mind is story beat wise how I'm going to get you from point A to point B, which is it's not simple, right? But it's not the impossibility of someone coming over and your GM saying, I can't play, and then you guys look at each other and go, I guess we can't play an RPG tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
it can be done, and I think that's really freeing. I was talking to somebody about, I think it was Rathowin from our community the other day, about people's fear of trying a new system, and I get that, right? There's only so much knowledge that your brain can handle, and sometimes you're just not in a place to learn something new. There's so much in this world right now that is a big steaming pile of doggy doo-doo, so it's kind of hard to like add a new challenge on top of that unless you really want it, but if I guess I would just like encourage you to be all, my love, open the door, to like some of these simpler systems, because it also takes up less spoons.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like,
In general.
for example, I really want to do the Fantasy Flight Star Wars, like just any campaign with people.
Yeah, man. I got you.
And I read the book, and I'm just like, oh, it's so dense and it's so different.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of indie games are different rule sets, but they're streamlined into simplicity.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that is what leads to most of their strength, is that if they're able to boil down, all their rules into just different but simple
There's
systems. Yeah.
there's a place for all of it, right? Like
Oh, yeah, sure,
sometimes
yeah.
when I'm in a simpler system, right, I'm like, there's just not enough depth to this combat. There's not enough action economy. There's not enough this. There's not enough that.
I agree.
But also, I'm just like, I don't have to think. I don't have to add. Like, I can just exist in the story, and that can be enough. So, I guess like, people, especially now that I've been doing more reviews, I've had more people ask like, what do you like about these systems, or why do you like this system over another? And I just I take more of like, it's not that I don't have strong opinions, it's that I take more of a swimming pool approach where none of these things have to cancel each other out. Like Dungeons and Dragons doesn't have to be the one true game, right?
Right.
It can be whatever. You get what you want from any system, and either, make a new system which can be a little bit broken, or just like enjoy what there is. Enjoy what there is for what it can do for you in the moment. Just like don't stop yourself from just having a good time, right? I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox now. I think so many people are like, I need to have an opinion. I can't love a thing unless I also hate something else. I'll never try a new system because I have this and I'm this person.
Like
Just,
many things.
Just go do something else. Just go try something new.
Don't talk about the things you hate. Talk about the
yeah.
things you love.
Exactly.
Oh, Rose Tico,
like,
I
I
love
feel like-
you. Don't at me, internet. I'll kill you. But I love you.
I feel like each system brings out a different side of me, because there's one part of me in Starfinder that's just like, oh, these numbers are so big,
Yeah.
and I'm just adding more, and what feat can I
Feels
put,
good,
and
yeah.
what class feature can I use to increase that number.
Mhm.
Whereas this stuff, like Cats of Catthulhu, is just, oh, it's improv.
Yeah.
Time to do a little improv,
Yeah. Time to do a little prov. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like.
There's a lot of trust, I think, that you might have to have for this game, if that makes sense. Like, this is a
Because
game
it could
that,
very easily turn on you. Like, you very easily could have been
Right.
like, and your injury means like your pod's cut off, and like we don't have any rules to say that can't happen, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
that can
there's-
definitely happen
yeah.
in this game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all very broad, and that can be really great. But like you said, I think some of these rules light systems almost require more trust than the protection of having a higher crunch system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a good person to improv with, someone who's going to take the yes and.
Well, it's so funny because all of us were preparing, right, to come into this, Helena's favorite type of Starfound show tonight, a planning show where we all find out what we did for the last 6 months, and we all spend our points and get all our stuff. And I knew...
There it is.
She drunk. She take a drunk.
I did.
Yeah, I did do it. But yeah, we were all preparing for like having spent all this money on stuff, and we're not going to talk about that because if you were here for your regular Starfinder programming, we are sorry that it didn't happen tonight. I know you've been very patient. It's been like 3 weeks of waiting for it, but it will happen for you. It'll happen for you, baby. But yeah, we shouldn't talk about exactly what we chose, but I think talk about like your mindset before the game, because I was in a very different place about like build points and fleet economy and how far is long range, like what, where was your head at?
And kind of to that point, kind of mixing this and what Parker was saying about different systems bringing out different aspects of you. I think for me, with, like you said, this one felt very much more improv-y. And like if I'm playing D&D, I'm very much of the mindset of, oh, I know, I'm familiar with 5e, I'm comfortable with it. now I want to, do
Shit.
well, like support the team, like kick
Yeah.
ass, basically. With Starfinder, I'm used to not hitting things, so I'm just like, don't fuck up. And so very much in the mindset for going into Starfinder, knowing that, okay, what did I do these past 6 months? I did have some ideas for what Brightclaw might be doing. And then kind of gearing up to be like, okay, here's this character that we've been doing for a while, and noting for me especially what's this new season gonna look like, because at the end of the last session, some interesting things were revealed to the audience and players here, but not the characters.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Dramatic irony.
Yay.
Like, so
I literally,
the
as
shift
I was
gears
going
a
to
lot,
bed last night, I was like, wait, did Jabby really? And Sam was like, I know. Like, literally, as I was going to bed, like, non sequitur.
Smokeless was like, we get it. You want to play Starfinder? I get it. No, I mean, last night I was like up with, I think, Murder Sauce, friend of the channel. Murder Sauce and I were up pretty late last night talking about like biotech enhancements and like all of this stuff. So it's very weird to go from ultra planning, and like it's almost weird that this game didn't happen, because Miles and I were having like a very intense, not like intense nasty, but like friendly, like, oh my god, you could do this with build points, or you need to do that with build points. Like, I cannot believe that we did not play this game tonight, because he was fine 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. But that's the
Life
way
comes
it
at you
is,
fast.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the way it be.
always.
But it does make me really, really excited to share with you guys, because once I got up to the weird crap that I chose to do with Amaruk for Starfinder,
So excited.
I was like, if I can do this at level 9, I don't know what everybody else has access to, because let me tell you, these Zenith revelations for Solarians are fucking wild. It's like,
I don't even know what that means, and
You
I'm
just-
intimidated.
it's like, all my like special abilities where I can like become be wreathed in flame and run around and do some stuff, or explode in fire. Like, I get those every couple of levels. I could choose a new cool thing to do, and normally I'm choosing the same stuff, and for the last like 6 months we've been fighting a lot of like fire stuff, so I haven't used a lot of the more flashy things, because they don't do anything to things
Right.
that take fire damage. And so, but now I'm like, here we are, fam, and going into, I had like level 9 unlocked like a new special big, it's like those but on crack, like
oh my god.
other options that I didn't choose, right? One is create a wormhole. One is there was another graviton, or there's one that I didn't choose that was photon, that was just pull star matter down, and in 3 giant 10-foot radius area of effect to do like 5d6 or something like that. Just
Oh.
giant
Latency.
meteor.
Honestly,
It's like a
like-
meteor storm.
Right.
I didn't
Cool.
choose that one. I did not choose that one. Can you believe that? I
That's
can't.
wild.
There was
Um,
another one.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
beat out
the
giant
wormhole
meteor?
one got beat slightly by something else that you'll find out.
Right.
It's the wormhole one had stipulations. The way that it works is that I could have named a creature type to be able to pass through the wormhole. So I can't like, it's not like in D&D where it's like designate your allies and they can all use it. Like I would have had to be like only Skittermanders, only Blocka, only this, only Fey creatures, right? And
Yeah.
so when I started to think about the use case of that, I was just like, it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. I don't think that's going to happen because we're all so different that I wouldn't be able to find a type of us that would allow
Like
us
it.
to go through something, but not
Bright
something.
Clawians.
Yeah, I'm like, only people who call, only people that Bright Claw zip code. I don't.
What does
No.
Skittermander count as in terms of like?
Skittermander.
Just a
Skittermander
humanoid
skit.
with a Skittermander subtype.
I think it's humanoid with Skittermander subtype. I think.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of catnip, my foster cat is playing with her catnip.
Oh,
fish
yes.
right now.
Oh yes. Oh man, I think what was particularly interesting about getting ready, for me at least,
Yeah.
was the fact that we'd be jumping up several levels. So I've never
Yeah.
had to level multiple
You
times.
had to level twice, yeah.
So much.
I mean, yeah, it was a big shift. So it was interesting. One of the directions that I was planning to go before this, I allocated everything, and then as I was like, oh, what else do I want to spend some money on? I didn't realize that I could get these little things that could help your stats, basically.
Yeah.
Because now I'm a high enough level, and I was like, oh, the reason why I didn't go with basically the like Iron Man idea I was
Yeah.
going for was because I didn't have the feats I needed, and
Yeah.
I didn't have the stats I needed. So I thought, oh well, I don't want to maybe take time to tool that way and then not actually get to level
But
up because you're
sometimes
one level
you
away.
get some biotech in there and you can
Yeah.
get better stats.
It's true.
It's true.
So the direction I ended up going, you'll see later,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
What
I was
did
like picking spells feverishly, and I was like, I'm so.
I want to
excited
hear
to see
something
what's
you
face.
almost chose but didn't choose from both Parker
Ooh,
and
let me look it
Helena.
up.
Ooh.
I have to get the
Either
actual
an
name
item
of, it.
of armor or something like that you ended up not going with.
That's a good
Where
question.
is-
Because there were so many things I had to like literally make a list and then pull it apart and be like, okay, let's start subtracting credit values from this and think about like what's the most important thing.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just say I'm glad we have 6 months because Amaruk is getting some pretty intense surgeries.
Oh,
Ah.
augmentations, yeah.
yeah,
It's
Ooh.
time.
time to heal.
I
Time.
actually ended up taking that one. I almost took Bestow Curse,
Yep, that would have been.
Ooh.
Ooh.
which
Hot topic.
you get -4 penalty, -4 penalty to attacks,
Yep.
saves, and checks.
Yeah.
And or 50% chance of not acting on each of its turns, which is also just like
That's
chef's kiss.
really good.
But yeah, Kia almost took that, but there was another one that she wanted.
I
that
almost
Gives her Darth Vader feels.
I almost
Ooh.
installed a dragon's breath gland in my throat. But I
Queen.
didn't.
Yes.
But I didn't.
We love those glands.
But what's in your throat? What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? Spit it out.
Spit it out.
Something else is going places, but not the throat.
Oof.
All right,
No.
that's okay. Parker, quickly tell me something. Delete that from existence on the internet. Ha!
Delete,
so-
delete, control alt delete.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of
Back
the
it
big one that I haven't chosen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first thing there's something that there was a dirge pistol that cost it
Yeah.
was like level 10. It cost about 20,000 credits.
Yep.
And it does like 3d6 damage.
Yep.
No, like I think 2d6 damage, and then like sickens on a critical
Nice.
Ooh.
because it's
That's
so
cool.
discordant.
Necrotic.
But also, I've been looking at other augmentations and possibly the idea of a necrograft.
I avoided that because I was like, nah.
What is that?
Oh.
What is that?
Yep,
What
I
is
also
that?
avoided.
So necrographs are a type of augmentation that usually give a boon and a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a both sides of the
A
coin
trade.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what's unique about those is that you can actually corpse lease them, which means that if you were short of money, that you can make either a down payment of 10% of the total item cost,
Mm-hmm.
or no down payment at all. But the problem is that if you die before you're able to pay off your debt,
Mm-hmm.
because of the corpse lease agreement, your body is now undead territory for making new necrographs and
Yeah.
to pay off your labor.
That's fine. I'm not
Ah,
into it.
that's
It
messed
is-
up.
Capitalism.
Yeah, the fact
It
that
is-
you
Yeah.
would think about signing us up for that nightmare is offensive. And
Caster.
Caster, what did I teach you? Nothing. Nobody needs.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Listen.
Caster is definitely going through some changes, I
Yeah.
think. I
Yeah,
think just all the things that has happened with you know, what
Yeah.
happens to his best friend that he, you know,
Mhm.
that he hasn't seen for years. What happens to everything on Bright Claw and the chaotic energy of
Yeah.
Bright Claw, I think, is just all absorbed into
Yeah.
this android now, and he's becoming something different.
Yeah.
And so I'm really interested to see what all the parties' idea of him
Yeah.
changes, or like, because I noticed that
Yeah.
Amaruk definitely felt conflicted about some of Castor's methods before, and we never talked about it in full.
Yeah, I
But we'll
think.
talk about it in character.
I think we'll talk about that on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. That's something for the show.
I think my direction that I ended up going is very similar to you in terms of like there's a lot of chaotic energy, and one of the last things we found out before we left is that somebody had tried to have a coup. So Amaruk is now thinking about like all those legends she heard about the Grin before they had to take over, and she's like, I have to be a legend. I have to be a story. I have to be someone that people talk about and both love or think is really rad, you know, or hate. Either way. But they
Or
have
fear.
to know me. They have to fear me a little bit. So everything that she's going into is to deep dive her relationship with Desna, which is something she doesn't think anybody else can have to the extent that she's Desna's champion, and just to become otherworldly and memorable. I mean, she's an icon, so it's like, roll for icon.
Demigod.
Yeah.
She's leaning in pretty. Like if you
Not
thought,
God,
girls,
but
if you thought I was extra before,
Oh, boy.
okay,
I'm
we are
so excited.
going to make some decisions.
I
Yeah,
mean, Casper's almost there, being an avatar of Wade now.
yeah.
I'm just,
Join me.
I'm just your normal average demi guy.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
amazing.
yes.
Say, except
All
you're
right,
welcome.
everybody. I think that is a pretty strong after show for today. Let's go ahead. We're gonna ring around the rosy. Let anybody tell the people anywhere they can find you or your great works. Starting with Helena.
We starting with me again?
Yeah. Do you want to go last?
All right. No, that's fine. I'll go. Hi, everyone. I'm Helena, also known as the Magic Llama of the Magic Llama Mood on the internet. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Magic Llama Mood. And at this link that I'm putting in the chat right now, that is my YouTube. I post new videos every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, which means tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, there's a video up there for you.
I'm so
And it
excited.
actually involves cats. That's my teaser. It involves cats. So,
Yes.
funnily enough, I got 2 cat videos in a row.
Can't wait.
It's fine. I'm not a cat lady.
It's, well, you are, but that's fine. We don't hold it against
Yeah.
you. Speaking of cat people, it's Dexter Warren,
Oh.
who is a
What a
literal cat.
segue.
What a segue.
Yeah, literally, I have the personality of a cat. I want affection only on my terms, and then you're wrong.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm on TikTok as Afro Sundere. We're on the way to 1,600 followers, so let's join. I have to think of a name for my followers, but join that thing.
Dex
And
stars.
also, well, join the constellation.
Oh,
as-
yes.
Also, my videos are on Instagram, Dexstar Warren.
Yes. And
You're a
Parker.
star, baby.
All right, so I have a YouTube channel. It's just Parker Wallace. I'm going to link them both. I also have a Twitter. You can follow me there. On my YouTube, right now, I'm working on some reaction videos. I've posted one last week. Monday. Monday, I've posted a reaction video of Sonic the Hedgehog 2020.
So good.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm working on one for a couple of anime that I've never seen before. And I'm excited to show you that. So follow me there, like and subscribe there. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, it is I, your friendly neighborhood hearth singer, the head bard in charge, aka Anne Richmond. Hey, didn't see you there. I'm the,
Yes,
the
you did.
weird host of this channel, as you can see and tell from the rest of this experience. I'm so glad you guys came out here to have fun. I am loving getting to share all of my YouTube videos with you guys every week. If you haven't seen them, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Get over there. I put out new videos every single Wednesday, and if you want even more content, like a podcast, like early releases of these videos, like a private, I'm doing my first patron only stream on Sunday. This Sunday, it's happening for the people over on my Patreon. So I will put both of those links in the chat here so you can have a look. The Patreon is honestly the best way to see more stuff like this, to come to this channel, hang out, and have a good story either told to you or even be part of telling it yourself at certain tiers of patronage. So, thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight. We had a great time despite being a little bit chaotic, but sometimes life is fucking chaos. You just gotta go with it. So get out there and live your quest life. Bye, everybody!